mo kí gbogbo wa níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní alẹ́ yìí 18 minutes past 11 p.m. I say good evening and welcome once again as I'm going to educate us on the topic tonight. My name is Olawumi Koiki and I'd like to welcome you all. A lot of people have asked the question, ṣé tá bá declare Yoruba nation ṣó máa wà illegal? I'm going to prove it tonight that that is not going to be illegal. Níjọ́kíjọ́ tí Yoruba nation bá decide pé òun fẹ́ declare ààrẹ kúrò nínú Nigeria. I want us to go along with me tonight as I will be reading a lot of few bit and bit. And I want you to take note if you have pen and paper. Ṣé tí Yoruba bá declare, ǹjẹ́ anywhere in the world they will call it a false declaration? Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n lè sọ pé tí Yorùbá bá declare pé wọ́n ní gbà ní àgbáyé according to the laws that we have at the moment? As at the time tí Yorùbá bá sọ pé òun bá gbéra at any moment from now, and a declaration happen, will there be consequence in the world in terms of our declaration? This is the area I want to discuss tonight. I'm going to speak a lot of English because the document I'm about to read is going to come in English. Should you want a copy of that, you'll have to go on our website, koikimedia.com, Yoruba document file, and you will find it right there with the right title, while declaring Yoruba nation will not be illegal. If anybody is telling us that if we declare Yoruba nation, it will be illegal, I am here to prove to them otherwise, that is not going to be so. We will declare Yoruba nation out of Nigeria this year, and heaven is not going to come down. When is what I don't know. How soon it will be before the end of this year. My name is Olami Koiki, and let's play the anthem and we come back into the conversation. Forílẹ̀-èdè Kágbéga 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 Ìgbàgbọ́ bá ti bẹ̀rù ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ìṣọ̀kan ní kẹjẹ́ tẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun ọmọ Odùduwà bọ́ sí ipò ìwọ ni o ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀ àwa ni once again a very good evening and welcome. The document again, should you need a copy of this document I'm about to read, you can pick it up from our website on www.koikimedia.com and you look under Yoruba document files. There are a lot of things that we put there, but the headline that you will find on our website as well would be why declaring Yoruba nation will not be illegal. And before it says, bí a bá declare Yoruba nation, kò síbi kankan lágbàáyé tí wọ́n máa sọ pé ó wà illegal. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́tùn lósì, and because of the time constraint, which is about almost 23 minutes past 11 p.m., I'm going to read as I have it right now. While declaring Yoruba nation will not be illegal, one of the reasons why the voice of us crying for declaration of a sovereign Yoruba nation as soon as possible is the fear by many Yoruba men and women is that such declaration will be against the law. This is not true. A little research that can be done by anyone will confirm that this fear is unfounded and that the law as it stands today is on the side of the Yoruba nation. As of today, there is no agreed legally valid document that joins the different territories within the geographical area designated as Nigeria together as one country. There is no nation within the geographical area designated as Nigeria together as one country. There is no nation of people called Nigerian. Any person who is born or their father or father's father is born within the geographical area of Nigeria, 9455.2 N840 31.08E as at independent on the 1st of October 1960 is the criteria to be a citizen of Nigeria. The first document that many believe join us together as one country is the 1914 Amalgamation that joined the Northern Protectorate and the Southern Protectorate and the colony of Lagos State to create Nigeria colony of the British Empire. This was subsequent to an order of the British Crown and passed as such by the British Parliament. The amalgamation appears to have been done directly by the order of the Crown. The following extract is taken from the Colonial Report number 828, Nigeria Annual Report for 1914. The report is written by F.D. Lugard and states on page 35. Amalgamation. On January 1st, as governor of both the northern Nigeria and the southern Nigeria, I was privileged to declare at the public ceremony that by His Majesty order, those two administrations had ceased to exist and were replaced by the single government of Nigeria under Governor General, constituted under new letters, patent, and others in council with a new seal and flag. However, on July 1960, the British Parliament passed a law, the Nigerian Independent Act, a law that is still active this day. It was last amended in 2009 due to new developments and available for anyone to see that made all colony British laws and crown orders in the territories of the geographical area called Nigeria void from 1st of October 1960. Void in law implies it is like it never happened. Section 1 to 3. Only the law agreed by the Nigerian Parliament is now valid. The second document is the Agreed Independent Constitution of 1960, which was signed by elected representatives of the three regions that constitute independent Nigeria Federation, including the Yoruba of the defunct Western region. Each region with their own constitution, no mention of northern and southern regions. When the constitution of the Western region was illegally suspended in 1962. And finally, the entire constitution was annulled by Agun Ironsi, who on May 24th, 1966, enacted Decree 34 of the 1966, by which Nigeria ceased to be a federation. And the 1960 Independent Constitution and the 1963 Republic Constitution Agreement became null and void. The present Constitution, Decree 25 of 1999, obviously not signed or made by validly elected representatives of the territories that are within the geographical area designated as Nigeria, so legally null and void. If the present government should seek to enforce this document in any international court, e.g. ECOWAS or the International Criminal Court at Hague, it will be unsuccessful. Soldiers who carry out coups and beneficiaries of coups are treasonable felonies. They may think they are soldiers of fortune, but in reality, they are bandits. and history will still judge them as such in due course. Those of them still alive should take heed. Any nation or country that wants to endure and stand the test of time must, as a basic minimum, have a certain foundational agreement, and the definition that joins the citizens together and make them one. An agreed constitution validates by majority of the citizens in a referendum a shared recognition of history and ancestry of the citizens, a shared belief in laws, morals, ethics, and conduct that govern society, a shared aspiration for the future that majority of the citizens believe in and wants to work towards. Nigeria does not have any of these foundational agreements. Nigerian citizens are only joined by misfortune of themselves, their father or their father's father being born in the geographical area called Nigeria. It is clear that with these foundational issues unaddressed, anyone promising economic prosperity or social security is either ignorant or deliberately being insincere and deceitful to us, all for their own selfish interests, pecuniary gains. He who loves silver dollars can never be satisfied with any amount of it they have. So, in essence, there is presently no legally valid document that the Yoruba people agree to that make us part of Nigeria. The sky will not fall down on humanity when Yoruba nation is declared. We will all be ECOWAS brothers and sisters. We will have better trade agreements. We will have freedom of movement of goods and people. Security will be better for everyone. There will be better mutual respect between us and our neighboring nations. Let's look at Benin Republic. As small in its size as it is, DSS cannot go there and arrest anyone. There will be serious repercussion instantly. When Yoruba nation is declared, any Nigerian armed forces present on Yoruba land will automatically be harmed, will automatically be army of occupation, and will eventually have to leave. They should be ignored and not obeyed whilst we continue to build our own governance structure. If we are attacked, we have a fundamental right of self-defense, which will internationally recognize. Yoruba Nation, Oduagbewa. I'm going to now do a little bit of analysis on this small document that was sent to me so that we can review it for the benefit of a lot of us that are worried and concerned that should we declare Yoruba Nation, is that going to be an illegal declaration? From what we have read tonight and what we have listened to, it has also indicated exactly what we have been saying for a very long time. Nigeria, as the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo says, is just a mere geographical location. The Yoruba people will come out of Nigeria. Heaven is not going to drop down. There might be some disruption at the beginning, but in the long run, things will become normal, just as it has been done in other parts of the world before. So fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí kò gbọ́ gbogbo àlàyé tí mo ṣe lẹ́ẹ̀kan, màá gbìyànjú díẹ̀ láti ṣe àyàngbífọ̀ in tí mo kà síta níwọ̀nba tí agbára mi bá lè gbé. But in tí mo fẹ́ kó yé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lálẹ́ òun ni pé tí a bá declare ara wa kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, kò sí òfin kan ní àgbáyé tó sọ pé kò lè ṣeé ṣe. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sínú àyẹ̀wò tí a kà tán, tí ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ àyẹ̀wò tí a kà yìí, bí ẹ bá lọ sí orí website wa, ẹ bá níbẹ̀ tí ẹ̀yin náà lè download tí ẹ lè máa fi ṣe àpèjúwe ọ̀rọ̀ fún gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n sì ń sọ pé ohun tí a fẹ́ ṣe kò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́, ohun tí a fẹ́ ṣe kò ń ṣe tí àgbáyé máa fọwọ́ sí, àgbáyé kankan ní láti bá wa fọwọ́ sí. Nígbà tí àwa bá ti sọ pé à ń lọ, ó ti di pé a máa declare ara wa. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èyí tí ẹ̀ ń sọ pé tí a bá pín, ǹjẹ́ yóò rẹ Nigerian government military, ǹjẹ́ wọ́n máa wá invade wa? In tí dọ́kúmẹ́ǹtì yẹn sọ, òun náà lèmi náà ti ń sọ láti ìjọkíjọ tó bá ti declare Yorùbá nation, gbogbo security tó bá jẹ́ ti Haúsá àti tilẹ̀ Ìgbò látijọ́ yẹn ni a ti gbọ́n kankan látọ̀dọ̀ wọn mọ́. Gbogbo òfin tí a máa tẹ̀lé látijọ́ yẹn máa wá láti interim government tí ó máa wà in operation nígbà tí declaration bá wáyé. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sọ pé a ní nǹkan jà, a ní afẹ́báyàn kankan jà. Ìta ń sọ ni pé níjọ́kíjọ́ tí a bá ti declare ara wa kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, ó ti di pé ọlọ́pàá, sójà, navy, air force, custom, gbogbo security tí ó change of way láti jáde kúrò ní orí territory wa láti máa padà sí the northern part of the country. Èyí tó bá jẹ́ Igbo ó ní right láti padà. Èyí tó bá wá sọ pé òun ò ní lọ, pé òun máa dúró ni, á jẹ́ pé ìdúró yẹn ó fẹ́ máa gbàṣẹ láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ìjọba tiwa tó bá ti jáde nígbà yẹn. Èyí tó bá wá sọ pé òun ò ní gba àṣẹ látọ̀dọ̀ wa, tó di pé ó fẹ́ máa ṣe ìgbà pé òun ò ní gbọ́n tí ó bá sọ nígbà tí ìjọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá bá dúró, ó ti rófin àgbáyé, ó ti rófin ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, nítorí pé àṣẹ ò ní wá látọ̀dọ̀ gọ́vnọ̀ mọ́ níjọ́ tó bá ti declare Yorùbá nation. Àṣẹ ò ní wá látọ̀dọ̀ House of Rep tó ń bẹ ní Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìn. Àṣẹ ò ní bẹ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo state deputy governor. Àṣẹ ò ní bẹ lọ́wọ́ Speaker House of Assembly ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àṣẹ ò ní wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ DPO. Àṣẹ ò ní wá látọ̀dọ̀ Commissioner for Police. Àṣẹ kankan ò ní jáde mọ́ láti custom tó ń bẹ ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹ máa sọ fún wọn pé nígbà tí declaration bá ti dé, tí wọ́n bá sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ wà pẹ̀lú wa, wọ́n kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ close gbogbo ìtàn pè ní institution yẹn until further notice. Nígbà tí ìjọba yẹn bá ń fún wa ní ohun tí wọ́n máa tẹ̀lé, èyí tí ó bá náà ò ní gbọ́ láti Commissioner for Police títí dé DSS títí dé gbogbo security, á jẹ́ pé in tí ìjọba interim bá sọ fún wa pé ká ṣe fún wọn, òun la máa gbégbésẹ̀. Èmi ò ní sọ gbogbo ta máa ṣe nísìn fún yín, àmọ́ nígbà tí declaration bá ti wáyé, in ta máa ṣe nígbà yẹn a máa mọ̀. But ẹ sọ fún àwọn tó jẹ́ ẹlẹ́yà ìmíì àbí ẹ̀yà míì tó ń gbé pẹ̀lú wa pé kò ń ṣe pé à ń fi ikú lé wọn, kò ń ṣe pé a ní kó kúrò lórí ilẹ̀ wa. Ó lè jẹ́ sójà nísìn, àmọ́ nígbà tí a bá ti declare aṣọ sójà Nàìjíríà à ní wọ̀ láyé, à ní respect ẹ̀ mọ́ nínú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ti Lagos State là ń sọ, láti Lagos títí dé Kwara State. Sójà tó bá wọṣọ Nàìjíríà, tó bá wà ní checkpoint, tó bá dẹ́rù bàyàn nínú ilé, á jẹ́ pé ó ti rófin. Bó ṣe máa lọ náà lẹ ti ń gbọ́ yẹn, nítorí pé ìjọba Yorùbá máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Tíjọba Yorùbá bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, á jẹ́ pé bí ó ṣe lè wọṣọ Nigerian sójà lọ sínú Benin Republic, ó ti di dandan pé ò ní lè wọṣọ sójà Nàìjíríà nínú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nígbà tá a bá ti declare. Sójà tó bá wá sọ pé òun ò ní gbọ́ pé nítorí pé òun lágídí, in tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí nígbà yẹn, á jẹ́ pé òun fún rẹ̀ ló fọwọ́ rẹ̀ fa wàhálà. Ẹ bá mi túmọ̀ gbogbo tí mò ń sọ yìí fún àwọn sójà tí kò kí ń ṣọmọ Yorùbá, nítorí pé a ní máa sọ English níjọ́ tó bá ti declare èdè Yorùbá ní communication line wa máa bọ́ sí. Gbogbo sójà tí kò bá ń jẹ́ ti Yorùbá tó ń ṣe sójà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́, àṣẹ tí ó máa wáyé, àṣẹ yẹn ò ní wáyé mọ́ láti òkè ní Àbújá, nítorí pé àní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú Àbújá mọ́. Àwa àti Àbújá ìrìn àjò wa ti tán níjọ́ tí declaration bá ti wáyé. Àwa máa jọ gbéyẹ̀wò yẹ̀wò, a máa send the representative wa. Nǹkan tó bá kù láàrin àwa méjèèjì, àjọ máa lọ sọ nínú ibi tí ó jẹ́ ká ti pàdé, nítorí pé nígbà tí a bá ti declare, we are no longer part of Nigeria anymore. The government would have no other reason to move around in a Nigerian military outfit, just as tí wọ́n ṣe lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ láti wọ military outfit lọ sínú Benin Republic bó ṣe kéré yẹn, based on in tí mo kà jáde nísìn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ṣe máa rí nígbà tí a bá ti declare any soldier tó bá sì ní òun ò ní wọ in tí wọ́n bá ní kó wọ̀, tó dẹ̀ di pé ó sì ń jáde pẹ̀lú Nigerian military, we have the right to arrest you. We have the right to discharge your weapon from you, because you are now a threat in a new territory. That territory that you knew before is no longer in existence. We are now in a new territory. And that is why we are saying this in advance to those military. You still have the right to move around right now in your military camouflage, in your all kind of vehicle. But from the day the declaration is made, you will not be allowed to move anyhow anymore. We will stop you. We will search you. We will take whatever we believe can harm us away from you. Because as at the time a declaration is made, Nigeria does not own us anymore. It is not going to be illegal. For those that are wondering whether this will be illegal, and just as I'm going to start reviewing what I read earlier, for the benefit of those of you that are watching us tonight, why declaring Yoruba nation will not be illegal? Tó bá sọ pé nǹkan illegal, there are two terms, and let's look at the English dictionary for the two. So when I go and look for legal, what is the meaning of something legal? Tó bá sọ pé nǹkan legal, and the pronunciation
legal,
according to English dictionary, he claimed that he had all been legal. What does it mean in a layman terms? Or how do you relate it to something, especially as the nation that we are all about to declare will be legal? But the one that we are in presently is illegal because there is no foundation basis on it. The foundation basis has been destroyed some 40 years ago after we got the independence. That was also faulty because the constitution that was given to us is not what they are using right now. Nobody voted for the constitution, and we're not talking about constitution here. We are talking about the territory that belongs to us. This territory do not belong to Buhari. I'm not here because of Buhari. I am not here because of Fulanese. I am here because we are reclaiming back what the British government stole from us. And this is the reason why we will declare Yoruba nation this year. And when we declare Yoruba nation, please tell the DSS, we will lock all your offices across the Yoruba land. You've heard me very well. We will lock it up until instruction is given from the new interim government to have it now operated with a new system that is not going to be DSS. We will make sure we take control back of every part of Yoruba land, including the military barracks, including the police station, including the airport, including the custom offices. All these areas that a lot of you are concerned, will fall back into the Yoruba territory. We are not going to kill anybody. We will tell those that are working as civil servants, you might have some time to be taken off while a lot of things will be resolved, but you will not have any reason to lose your jobs. Your job will still be there, but we will not take any more instruction from Governor Sanwo-Olu. From the day a declaration is made, Sanwo-Olu ceased to exist as the governor of Lagos State. From the day a declaration is made, Sapo Abiodun exists to become the governor of Ogun State. From the day a declaration is made, Seyi Makinde ceased to exist as the governor of Oyo State. And that goes into Kwara, Ondo State, Osun State. What is about to happen is going to change the world. We are not joking. We are not threatening. We are only reclaiming back our right. Just as it was written in 1960, before I was born, that we have the right to reclaim back our territory. This was Resolution 1514 under United Nations. We are not doing anything illegal. We are the one that is reclaiming back our right. Everything will cease to stop working, at least for the first couple of weeks, from the airport to the custom. Our borders will no longer be listened to from the Nigerian government. We will take that border line from Idiroko to all the border lines that join us together within the territories. Our waterways will cease to stop working until we have system in place. Our airspace will be shut down for a while because we do not want anybody to come and kill us, so that means that our airspace would no longer have to function for some time. We are going into a very, very difficult stage as we speak right now. I want a lot of us to buckle up. I want a lot of us to prepare our mind. Whatever we are doing is not against the international law. It is exactly our right for self-determination. We can do this in what they call a velvet divorce. And what that literally means is everybody can still say enough is enough and we can just go. But if the Nigerian government believe that they have the military might to attack us, as it says in this document that I've just read, and let me go back to that. Once again, a very good evening and welcome. The sky will not fall down on humanity when Yoruba nation is declared. We will all be ECOWAS, brothers and sisters. We will still have brothers in Hausa. We will have brothers in all the other ethnic groups. We will have brothers among all the Yorubas that have married into those other ethnic groups. We are not fighting anybody. We are not asking anybody, to kill anybody. But there will be new changes. The instruction will be given, and the instruction would definitely have to be activated. So let me give an example. Should a declaration happen tonight, from that night, we will no longer take order from the center that has been known as Abuja, the FCT. We will no longer work with whatever structure currently in Nigeria. As a police officer, you will not have the right to do anything based on the law of the Nigerian government, because we are no longer Nigerians. We are now Yorubas operating in the Yoruba territory. Some might ask that, do we have the reliquist to do everything that I'm talking about? We already have a lot of people within the Yoruba territory. They are there at home. All they're waiting for now is instruction, so that they can do exactly according to those instructions when it comes. What will be some of those instructions? The first instruction is new order will be coming from the Yoruba interim government. The new order will be coming from the Yoruba interim government. So, ẹni tó ń gbé ní, let's say, Osun State, and after declaration, everything will cease to exist automatically. So, maybe there was a court case that is in the judicial system before. I'm just giving an example. We are not going to operate that for now. Everything in Yoruba territory cease to stop working. You cannot take anybody to court anymore. Temporarily. Does not mean that the criminals will not be dealt with, but you will not be able to take anybody from that prison to the court because the court has to shut down. The prison services have to continue to operate, but not on the factor of the Nigerian law. There will be a lot of things that will be going on quickly. There will be a lot of administrative work that will be going on. There will be a lot of instruction given across the network inside the Yoruba territory. The new government gives the new order, and the new order will no longer come from Abuja. Let's say this to all our kings. Gbogbo èèyàn ọba wa pátápátá, ẹ lọ bọ́kúlọ̀, because a lot of things will happen. Àwọn ọba wa, ẹ lọ sọ fún wọn pé we are not against them, but when the Yoruba nation is declared, they have two options. It's either they are with us or they are not with us. We will know as at the time of declaration, because if we declare Yoruba nation right now, it would then mean that we expect our king to automatically endorse it without any waiting for anything else. And we will give them all the necessary security across all their palaces. But ọba tó bá sọ pé òun ò fẹ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tá fẹ́ sọ, we will probably just believe that is one of our great enemy. And that will literally means that as at the time of declaration and the king does not endorse it then, we don't expect them to endorse it now because they are scared of the Fulani government. We are not scared of the Fulani government because the Fulani government does not own our territory. Our territory belongs to us. Nígbà tá bá declare, a fẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn ọba wa pátá látòkè délẹ̀ wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ sọ pé fọwọ́ sí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà ló ṣe máa rí. Ọba tó bá wá sọ pé òun ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ fẹ́ mọ̀ tá máa ṣe fáwọn ọba bẹ́ẹ̀, a ní ṣe nǹkan kan fún wọn, but in tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ a fi sílẹ̀ títí dìgbà yẹn, nítorí pé a jẹ́ pé ọba yẹn kò rí ìntàwá ń rí, a jẹ́ pé ọba yẹn even though pé a ti declare ìlú wa kò tí mọ̀ pé ìran Yorùbá ti kọjá Nàìjíríà. So let me now go back again. Fáǹfààní ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sọ pé ká sọ Yorùbá tó pọ̀ nínú nǹkan tá à ń sọ yìí. Yorùbá náà wà nínú ẹ̀. I am not speaking to Yoruba people alone now. I am communicating to the international community about what is about to play out in the next couple of days and weeks. The Yoruba will declare, and the heaven is not going to drop down. Let's go back again. At exactly 7 minutes before 12 midnight. One of the reasons why the voice of us crying for declaration of sovereign Yoruba nation as soon as possible is the fear by many Yoruba men and women is that such declaration will be against the law. Kò sí nǹkan tó jẹ́ òfin nínú Nàìjíríà lénìí tí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá sáyẹ̀nsì. Ẹ gbọ́ mi dáadáa. Kò sí ibi kankan tí ọmọ Yorùbá tọwọ́ bọ̀ pé àjọ ìjókòó pàdé kan nínú conference àjọ wa tọwọ́ bọ òfin Nàìjíríà. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń bẹ nínú Nàìjíríà presently right now I've agreed. I don't have to play any video to prove that. I don't have to play anything to prove that. Gbogbo èèyàn pátá nínú Nàìjíríà ti tèmi ló agree pẹ̀lú Nigeria as it is pé the law tó ń pè ní 1999 constitution àwọn military Abdulsalam Abubakar àwọn ni wọ́n create. So in terms of nísìnyí pé àwa kọ́ ni a create law yẹn. So that has already ó ti di tí a lè sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí nítorí pé kò sí òfin kankan ìyẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. This is not true. A little research can be done by anyone. We confirm this fear unfounded and that the law as it stands is on the side of the Yoruba nation. The law itself, ìyẹn òfin ti Nàìjíríà tó ń bẹ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nísìnyí tó ń pè ní 1999 constitution already ó ti favour wa in the sense that pé agree sí àwa kọ́ la sign ẹ̀ àwọn military ló kóra wọn papọ̀ lọ gbé jáde tọ́dẹ̀ tí ń lò láti 1999. As of today, there is no agreed legally valid document. Tó bá pè nǹkan ní document is not your Nigerian passport, okay? The document is not your Nigerian passport. The document we are saying is, let them show us where we all agreed, the Yoruba people, as of today, with that territory. Territory that we are talking about is not Nigeria. We are talking about the territory. And let me explain that territory to us. So, when you look at these, okay, when you look at this area, which is known as Nigeria, this is Nigeria as it is right now, okay? And in this Nigeria, we did not sign anything. Pẹ̀lú British, aláwọ̀ funfun, neither did we sign anything with the Western world that we want to be part of Nigeria. The creation of Nigeria as it is was by the British government in 1914. And today, before the end of this year, the Yoruba people, we are not starting a new country. We are going back to where that territory used to be before the amalgamation of 1914. Declaration will happen this year. Let's continue. There is no nation or people called Nigeria or Nigerians. So when people say, I am a Nigerian, no, it's because your father or your father, your great-grandfather was born in 1960. So if you are claiming a Nigerian, it's because somebody gave birth to you that was born in Nigeria after independence. If you go back, tẹ́ bá padà sẹ́yìn díẹ̀, ká tẹ̀ sọ pé a padà ní a year before independence. Àwọn tó bí ní before independence, right? Before, the 1914 rather. Tá bá padà sí before 1914. Nobody, because Nigeria was created in 1914, but in 1913, there were people living in that, different parts of this location. People were living there. Àwọn èèyàn ń gbé níbẹ̀. Ọkùnrin ń gbé níbẹ̀. Ọmọdé ń gbé níbẹ̀. They might not live a kind of life then. But if Britain have left that location as it is, we would have also developed. The Biafra will develop. The Arewa will develop. The Yoruba will develop. And we will not have Wahala as Tanshe Ninisi, where minority Fulani have taken over and they are trying to take the land from us. And we cannot wait any more longer for one idiotic person saying APC, PDP, Labour Party to take us back into, renewing the contract of a shithole, demonic country. Where as of today, I got a news that somebody was trying to survive. Àwọn tó máa ń gbèrè sí láti border sí border. Wọ́n náà ọmọ yẹn ṣì wà ní Kwara State lánàá àbíjẹta. Sorry, ní just Saturday. I was one of them that gave them the money when they headed to Kwara State. Well, apparently they were halfway. They called me and I sent some just few penny to them. I'm getting a report today that he died. One of them, just because he wanted to survive. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ sọ pé wọ́n ní kó mú àwọn ọmọ wọn ní school, wọ́n ní kó mú kankan wá. And when they load this rice on the Okada, èmi tẹ̀ sọ pé mẹ́wàá, ẹni àwọn sọ fún mi pé no, ó máa ń ju mẹ́wàá lọ, ìgbà mi wọ́n máa load 15. And he tripped over, he died instantly. The other one, the leg is broken, one treated ẹsẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. We cannot continue to deny that people that are meant to live in a particular location where our border has become the most dangerous border, in the sense that a Fulani man with some idiotic Yoruba people that sit among them and Igbo people think that they are wise, but the Fulani controls the border. That border will no longer be under the control of Nigeria. Ẹgbọ́n mi dáadáa, níjọ́ tó bá ti declare, we take that border, just as you had it last time in, I think, was it last year, March, when Chief Sunday Igboho said we will open the border. That border will no longer be in control of the Nigeria security. We are not going to chase them away, but into my chase one away will happen when a declaration happens. We will give everybody the chance to leave our territory with their weapons to go back to the north, especially those that would not want to listen to us. We will give you the passageway. But after deadline has been given for you to evacuate yourself with your family peacefully to go back out of the territory. But if you want to stay, that means you are staying in the sense that you will release your weapon to the new government that is a Yoruba government. As an example, anybody with ammunition that is currently working with the Nigerian government, when a declaration is made, you need to hand over your weapon to the Yoruba government. If you fail to do so, and we eventually get hold of you, we're not going to kill you, but you would answer to the new law of why you refuse to go and give your weapon back to the Yoruba government. Two things you can do. You can take that weapon and go out of our territory by any mode of transportation. We will give you time, within days to move your family. That is if you are not want to listen to us. If you are not going to abide by these, then Otirofiniye is as simple as that. We don't have intention to kill anybody. We give you the passageway, whether you are Igbo, Ishekiri, Kanuri, whatever you are that is in the military, the custom, you will go. But should you not do so, then you have to leave your weapon to the new government. Tell the Nigerian government that what is about to start is not a coup. It's called self-determination, reclaiming back what belongs to us. It will all happen in my lifetime this year. Let's go back. There is no nation or people called Nigerians. Any person who is born, ẹgbọ́n àlàyé dáadáa, gbogbo ẹni tó bá bí kò sí ọ̀kankan tó ń jẹ́ Nigeria. Okay? All these, I am a Nigerian, I love Nigeria. No. Kò sí ọ̀kankan tó ń jẹ́ Nigeria. This is what, the impression they gave us, for years. Mukia Tobi Miloma, welcome on board. This is all the lies. Okay? There is no nation or people. How do we know what a nation is? A nation is people. Àwọn tó ń sọ èdè ara wọn bí ṣe ń sọ Yorùbá, tí bá ti ń sọ Yorùbá, ọmọ Biafra tó wà níbí ò ní gbọ́ mọ́, ọmọ Hausa ò ní gbọ́ mọ́, ọmọ Kanuri, àfi tó bá ti gbé láàárín wa tó ti gbọ́ èdè yẹn. Kò sí bó ṣe lè gbọ́ Yorùbá àfi tó bá ti gbọ́. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí bíyá náà rẹ̀ tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ló gbọ́. So tó a bá wá yọ èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, it automatically show that it is not a nation. kò kí ń ṣe nation mọ́. So gbogbo àwa tá à ń sọ pé we are Nigerians because dáàdì tèmi nísìn ẹ jẹ́ ń ṣàpèjúwe báyìí Alhaji Mojeed Ọmọ́táyọ̀ Kóìkì kọ́ lọ́ọ́ bá ń fọ̀rún kẹ́ nígbà tí wọ́n bí òun ẹni tó bí sọ pé Nigerian because ìgbà tó bí ibi tí wọ́n impression tó fún wọn ni pé inú Nigeria lọ bí sí based on the name that has been coined by the British. But tá bá padà sí generation mẹ́rin sẹ́yìn or mẹ́fà sẹ́yìn or mẹ́wàá sẹ́yìn, let's say from 1914, because everybody has an history, okay? Tó bá padà sẹ́yìn díẹ̀, calculate how many generation tọ̀dọ̀ ti yín. So let's say 100 years. So 1914, 15, 16, I'm just working out. For 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So if you go back some almost, let's work it out. How many, if we take out, I want to take the numbers here. From if we remove 1960 from 1914, let's do a calculation. So 1960 was when we got independent. But I want to give you how many years interval before the name Nigeria started, to be used. So let's remove 1960 because that was when we got independent. But Nigeria has been known as Nigeria before 1960. What we got was independent, but we have been known as Nigeria from 1914. So 46 years ago. Okay, good, very good. So 46 years between 1914 here títí dé 1960. Let me say one part of my family was alive. Okay? So I will probably say my great-great-grandfather was born. So not my father. Probably the man that gave birth to my dad. I'll probably say yes. So my grandfather was alive. But my grandfather was born before 1914. That means my grandfather was never a Nigerian. I hope when you understand it. Ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ yẹn ṣó yé wa bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Ṣé analysis yẹn ṣe understand it? Bàbá tó bí bàbá mi, not my father. I'm talking about the one that gave birth to my father. Would not have been a Nigerian. So what was my grandfather? Thank you so much, Michael. 46 years difference. So the same thing, you work the same thing out with your own family. I'm using my own grandfather now. So my grandfather was born before 1914 because if we calculate from 1914 to 1960, that's 46 years. And let's say that my grandfather has been born some 20 years before 1914. So that means my grandfather, probably before he died, I will have to go and do some, history about the family. I don't have all the details, but I know somebody have it. But let's say my grandfather was born 20 years before 1914. So, add the 20 years plus 46, so that's about 66 years old. And at least a man of 66 years old is more than enough to give birth to my father. But the reason why my father is bearing Nigeria is not because my grandfather, is because my grandfather was forced by the British to be known as Nigeria. Bàbá mi, àwọn òyìnbó aláwọ̀ funfun, àwọn ni wọ́n sọ pé kó máa jẹ́ Nàìjíríà. Nítorí pé Yoruba kingdom ni wọ́n bá nígbà tó dé. So, and in a nutshell, you work that back out within your family. So, after my grandfather was forced, they did not take permission from him. The white people, my mom doesn't like me using that word white. So I like to use àwọn òyìnbó. My mom doesn't like me using the word white people. But àwọn òyìnbó aláwọ̀ funfun, àwọn ló force Nàìjíríà lé grandfather mi, kò ń ṣe pé grandfather mi agree sí. So grandfather mi ò wá ní balls nítorí pé àwọn òyìnbó lo ìbọn àti ìkà. My grandfather could not say anything than just agree and say yes to the slave master. Go and watch that new film, that just came out, Shinkinikan or something. I can't remember. Go and watch it. You will understand, So all this damage that they've done in our life did not start today. It started some back days, years, before now. Now that my father was born, he was born in Nigeria. My father could not probably ask his own father because his own father has already accepted as a Nigerian that nobody could do anything. But what they were fighting for then was, okay, eti amalgamate wa, but we want to be independent. That was what the previous generation were fighting for. They wanted to be independent. Give us independence, the Awolowo, the Nnamdi Azikiwe, the Tafawa Balewa. They were just fighting for independence so that, these Oyinbos would not control them anymore, because every time they were doing, yes, sir. Imagine Jide Kosoko in that movie wanted to sit down on the chair, or he actually sat down on the chair, Elesin Oba, Eshigoni, and he had to stand up. Chair Oyinbo. For now, me and the Oyinbo people, we are on the plane, They talk to me. Where are you from? Nigeria. Mumu boy. Now my own people call you Nigeria. I'm sure some of them are laughing at us in our own offices. I'm a Nigerian, but the Oyinbo man, the Oyinbo woman knows that you are stupid for calling yourself Nigeria, because it is their own people that changed the dynamic of who we are and gave us a false narrative of who we are. And that is what we are about to change now. And it is not illegal. Once again, a very good evening and welcome. Let me just recap again. Fanfani wo tó bá gbọ́n tí mò ń sọ. Bóyá etí ó block. Bàbá tó bí bàbá ẹ̀. Bàbá tó bí bàbá ẹ̀. Nígbà tí wọ́n bí, ká sọ pé wọ́n bí ní 20 years before 1914, kí ló ń jẹ́? Ìlú wo ni wọ́n ń jẹ́ nígbà yẹn? I'm asking. Because kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà. Everybody ó dá dúró ní agbègbè wọn. Àwọn òyìnbó ló wá dé, ló wá wò pé Southern Protectorate, Northern Protectorate. Ó wá sọ fún grandfather tèmi pé bó fẹ́ bó kọ̀, a máa pè ní Nàìjíríà. Tí wọ́n bá ti wá ń bí àwọn ọmọ, because my father had a lot of children, and every one of us now, you are bearing Nigerian, knowing fully well that my great grandfather died in pain, knowing fully well that we are not Nigerian. But my father could not do anything because his own father already accepted that. That is what I am about to change now, because I am not going to pass this nonsense on to the next generation. We will stop it this year. A declaration will happen. Because when they were doing that amalgamation, I don't think they consulted my people in Ijebu. Whether they consult your own people in your state, I don't know. But what I know is the Oyinbos, aláwọ̀ funfun, wọ́n lọ sí Ìjẹ̀bú Òde láti lọ béèrè lọ́wọ́ ìdílé àwọn bàbá mi bóyá a fẹ́ jẹ́ Nàìjíríà àfa fẹ́ dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí bá ṣe dá wà tẹ́lẹ̀. Ìtàn lò níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn, wọ́n lo ìtàn pè ní weapon. Wọ́n fi weapon, heavy weapon, wọ́n fi wọlé, wọ́n fi jà gbà ọba tó bá ṣe ń gbà yẹn wọ́n gé lórí, wọ́n lé ọba mi lọ. You all know all this history. We don't have to go into all that. But the pain I believe my grandfather will be asking is, ẹ̀dẹ̀ délẹ̀ wa, àgbà yín lálejò, ẹ wọlé, ó di pé nínú movie yẹn costume aṣọ egúngún wọ́n sọ di costume lọ́dọ̀ tiwọn kíní ẹ̀kọ́ eégún tó máa ń wọ̀ wọ́n ṣìṣẹ́ àwọn á fi ń ṣe eré ọkọ àti ìyàwó nínú ilé nínú movie yẹn ni mo sọ these are the realities of what was happening in those days. They were living large life, and that is the large life all your criminal politicians are living now, where somebody actually stock 625 million of these. Yes, my great-grandfather and great-grandmothers were not Nigerians before 1914, and that is what this document is saying. But now we have politicians living large life, somebody actually died because he was trying to survive. Ó sì wà ní rally tí wọ́n náà lọ ní Kwara State níjọ́ Saturday, because mo ń bi ẹni tó pè mí lọ́sàn-án ọ̀lọ́wálẹ̀ pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, ó ní wọ́n hustle náà ní ìyá tíyàwó ẹ̀ ní wọ́n ń béèrè owó ní school àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. You can see why a delay is a problem if we do not declare out of the shithole this year. Don't worry about whether people agree with us, because nobody agreed with the British when they were amalgamating. So all those that are saying that, what about all the Yoruba, are they going to agree with us? No. They don't have to agree with us. There will be part of the Yoruba land when it starts operating. Because that means somebody that is looking to go and carry 15 bag of rice. Imagine 15 on one Okada. And the moment that Okada fall down, it died instantly. I'm talking about something that happened. We're now 16 minutes past 12 midnight. Ele ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àná ní area Ìdíròkò. We will stop Nigeria this year, just as the British changed the narrative in 1914 without consulting my great-grandfather or my grandfather, not I don't know what they've done to my great-great-grandfather. Those ones might probably have been taken on the sea, killed them, throw them in the sea, Only maybe my grandfather survived. He gave birth to my father. And my father was just known as Nigeria. Born somewhere in Ijebu-Ode. He started life, he was doing very well. But yet, today, we are not saying we are going out of Nigeria because of Fulanis killing us. No. Stop all those narratives. We are going out of Nigeria because that territory that you're looking right there does not belong to Nigeria. This territory, it does not belong to Nigeria. It belongs to the Yoruba people. And we will declare this year. Let's continue. So, I have done the explanation. If you probably don't get it, you cannot get anything. There is no nation or people called Nigerians, just as I've explained. Any person who is born, or their father or fathers, father is born within the geographical area of Nigeria as an independent on the 1st of October 1960 is the criteria to be a citizen of Nigeria. There was no criteria even after 1914. It was after independence that they really even started hammering that you're a Nigerian on your birth certificate. Those birth certificates they're giving us, is a false document. The real document is when we declare, and the world would then have no other option. Don't wait for the world to come and tell us we go and declare. No. We are not waiting for the world. We will declare because it is not illegal. The first document, I want you to now get this picture. We're just doing analysis on the, this conversation. The first document ìyẹn ìwé ẹ̀rí, tó bá sọ pé document ìwé ẹ̀rí ní Yorùbá máa pè, that many believe join us together as one country is 1914 amalgamation. Into join wa together ní the 1914 amalgamation that we have talked about so many times. The Northern Protectorate and the Southern Protectorate. Let's look at the Northern Protectorate. The Northern Protectorate. the Nigerian Protectorate. What does it mean? Let me take you back a bit of history according to what I have here on Google. Northern Nigeria was a British protectorate which lasted from 1900 up to 1914. Everybody was running their own separate thing. Everybody, the North was there, the Southern was there. Everybody was running their own. Hey, trade by barter, everything they go, everybody they travel, they move, nothing they happen until something happened. From 1900 to 1914, everybody in that location were just operating, as even if it's not perfect. The Northern Nigeria was a British protectorate. Imagine that the same British who you are waiting for to come and rescue us. No, they're not going to rescue you. The least they will tell you is a communion clash. Go and sort it out. Jokers. You're waiting for the British. You wait till thy kingdom come. A lot of us will get hold in this movement if you wait for the British. Good evening. The protectorate spanned 660 square kilometers. This lasted between 1900 and 1914. The protectorate spanned 660 square kilometers. How they were able to manage all these is because they have weapons. The British government were using heavy weapon on us. One low ìbọn. You can see Jide Kosoko in that movie. He was given a stick while the British have proper, weapon. Without leaving anybody behind. The protectorate spanned 660 square kilometers and included the Emirate of Sokoto Caliphate and part of the former Borno Empire conquered in 1902. So let me explain what that means. I'll take those odd girls out. I've spot one. We will remove them quickly so that they do not disturb us. Once again, Mokibu Bualen Konse. I say good evening and welcome for those of you that have joined us so far. The Northern Protectorate, as we have it. Now, let's talk about the Southern Protectorate as well. The Southern Nigeria was also a British protectorate in the coastal area of the modern day, what is now called Nigeria, formed in 1900 from the union of the Niger Coastal Protectorate with the territories chartered by the Royal Niger Company below Lokoja on the River Niger. One thing tí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ lẹ́ni pé the reason why the British knew every one of us very well is because they have people operating on their behalf in the Northern Protectorate and the Southern Protectorate. But they were not satisfied. They were not happy. And one day, somebody asked, these are people asking different questions on Google, what is Protectorate of Nigeria with a question mark? Northern Nigeria was a British protectorate which lasted, like I said earlier, between 1900 and 1914. You can calculate how many years, 1900 to 1914, and cover the northern part of what is now Nigeria. So it was never Nigeria. tá bá sọ pé what is now in tó wá jẹ́ nísìn kí ló ń jẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ ó ní nǹkan kan tó ń jẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ ó ní nǹkan kan tó ń jẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ but now ó ti wá di in tá à ń pè ní Nigeria. Hey, I was given birth in 1994 in Nigeria. No. Go and look back at your own family history. At least go back some 3 generations and ask your family, what was your family history before the 1914 amalgamation? So why should we now continue to save what the British put together, but we are going to reclaim it back? We will reclaim it back with all we are doing, and a declaration will finally reclaim everything. After declaration is made, like I said, everything will cease to stop working temporarily. Maybe not everything, but at least majority of some places will stop working temporarily. Commissioner for Police in all Yoruba land, listen to us now. Whether you are a Yoruba one that was brought in or you are from another part, we will give you the passage of way to go out of our territory. If you fail to do so, you become a treasonable felony. Wàhálà ń bọ̀ ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa lọ dira dáadáa. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá dira dáadáa tán, we will give you the go ahead as at that time. We will protect everyone within the Yoruba territory with our blood. Everyone. Widows, women, children. Let them come. Let them come from the air. Let them come from the sea. Let them come from the ground. We will defend our territory. After a declaration, I've said that before, we have the right to bring weapons into the country. I repeat that again. After declaration, we have the right to bring weapons into our territory. Let's go back again. Somebody is asking, what is the Protectorate? It is what the British created. And it lasted for a very long time. And as it was coming off, they were smart enough. They knew that if they've left us as it is, we will ask a lot of questions as we're asking now. They brought in Lugard to come and complete the job. So some of you idiots moving around talking about Tinubu, talking about, that, we don't want Tinubu to be the president. We're talking about a lineage that the British killed for a very long time, from almost 1900. And so Tinubu, how old is Tinubu nisi? In another 100 years, Tinubu will be gone. The Yoruba land will still be there. So why should we sacrifice what we are doing now for somebody that will not be here in another 100 years? I had 100 years to his age. Tinubu will not be here. He will be gone. 100 years, more than 100 years. So are we not thinking of the long term than the short term goal? Oh, but we don't have the means to fight. If Tinubu will go there, he will now have the power. No, we don't need any power. We will declare and we will give instruction on our land. If it's then going to be to defend that land, we will defend it with the last man standing. In the barracks. This is Olayomi Koiki. When a declaration comes, we will lock those barracks. We will give order for people to move into that barracks and we will take it back by force if that is going to happen. Let's go back to the letter or the article that I was reading. The first document that many believe join us together as one country is the 1914 amalgamation that I've told you about. The 1914 amalgamation is a fraud. And the reason why it's a fraud is there was a Southern Protectorate on its own. There was a Northern Protectorate on its own. Within the Southern Protectorate, we have the Biafra, we have the Middle Belt. The British, smart enough, when they join us together now, they did not say, okay, Southeast Protectorate, come and have your own. They kept the Northern Protectorate to now supersede every single one of us. And that's exactly what is happening today. That is why there's more Hausa people that was trained in the UK military than those in the Southwest. Idiot all over the place. When you don't know anything. Go back and look at all the military that have passed through the shithole Nigeria. They were all trained here in the UK in their own, whatever they call it. And they knew everything from every coup that took place in Nigeria. The British government have an inside information on it. Ahead of some of you, that your father could not even have the balls to tell you before he died, if your father have died. You believe in one Nigeria. You're wasting your own energy. If you believe in one Nigeria, that means you are still believing that you are still a slave under the British colony. The Yoruba land is bigger than every one of us. And that is what we are fighting for. I am not interested in Nigeria. It has been a fake union. We probably did not know all this before. But now that we know, why should we keep one Nigeria? Again, I go back. The first document that many believe joined us together as one country is the 1914. That is the actual document. Because there was nothing called Nigeria. It was called the Southern and the Northern Protectorate. We have the Oyo Empire, whatever caliphate they were using, in the north then, and whatever they were using in the southeast. They destroyed all that, gave us Nigeria, and everybody is now fighting. But at your embassy, the Hausa man is there in Australia, inside air condition. You're working day and night, struggling all over the world. The Hausa man now tells you, whether you get that same shit old document you call Nigerian passport. For those of us that have escaped, because those at home, they are already locked in the cocoon. They have no idea what is going on. They are in darkness. A country that doesn't have electricity. How do you want me to explain to them? People that are in darkness. How do you want me to explain to them? But those of you, Mumu lecturer, like Mayegun, we always say, all over the world, what I need about you? Yeah, we will fix Nigeria a day. Fix Nigeria from the comfort zone that you are sitting there. You want to go and fix Nigeria, or you want to go and become a billionaire and steal money and keep those money in your house. We will stop all that this year, where everybody will have equal right, fairness, and if you commit a crime, we know it's a Yoruba man that committed a crime. Somebody, an House of Assembly, have $625 million of these. Stupid idiot. That's what you diaspora wants to go and do, so that you can get a contract and become a billionaire and have a soldier looking after you, and then you can then come to London on a first class. And then when you come, you look at those of us here and say, hey, what are you doing? Benga Daniel was also driving, Uber. Because this is Uber and they were all driving taxi, late night taxi drivers all over UK here. Idiot is now creating havoc. One knows Kofa and Coin boss. They're killing each other. I'm talking about Benga Daniel. You want me to call him a governor? You're mad. All criminals. They all live here. After Abacha wanted to, I don't know why Abacha did not kill every one of them. They used Nadeko to fool the Yoruba people. Nobody is going to fool us anymore. We will declare Yoruba nation this year. And the time for go go ahead. Go ahead. I will start giving this instruction without no delay at all. Chief Nikoni Mondrode, not even anybody anymore. Chief Nikoni Mondrode go for me order here. Those order I'm waiting for Chief Sunday Igboho to give me those order. You will see what is going to happen. You think I'm fooling here? That's what you think. It will happen in our lifetime. I'm just waiting for CSI to give me those orders. Mad people all over the place. Let's continue. This was subsequent to an order of the British Crown, in their own parliament, deciding for me. all these, lords, yeah, all of them have chopped money all over the place. Yeah, my mom was here, walk, for only God knows how long. I came here, walk. All decision is coming from UK. We stop those decisions this year. Tó bá fẹ́ dìjà kó dìjà. Tó bá fẹ́ dìjà kó dìjà. If you're going to be peaceful, I love peace. I don't want it to be. Let's continue. This was subsequent to an order of the British Crown and passed as such by the British Parliament. The same Parliament, that Parliament there, oh my God, has made so much decision on our life. We're going to stop that nonsense this year. You think they will look into your petition, the one where you not write all these answers. Hey, British are going to talk about our answers petition. Hey. What have they done now after that? What have they done after that petition that you all signed? British, free our people. No, they're not going to free our people. We're going to free ourselves. Okay? Nobody allowed the slaves to go. Let's continue. The amalgamation appears to have been done directly by the order of the crown. Let me tell you what the crown is. Some of you don't even understand. You think it was Lugard that was giving the order himself? No. Lugard was taking instruction from the empire. So let's go and look at, the British crown. What does it mean to an average man like me, a layman? Let's go and look at it. British crown, Orí Adé Ọba. You see that crown? I can't show you the image because I don't have a spare phone to show you or anything. But you know what it looks like? That crown was making that decision. Lugard would never have done so without the instruction of the crown. Orí Adé Ọba, àwa wá láwọn ọba nísìn, wọ́n jó tàtà sùwé káàkiri. Ọ̀là àwọn ọba wa, Orí Adé Ọba ti wá. Let us declare Yoruba nation. Ṣèbọn náà fi sọ̀rọ̀ nísìn ni. Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká declare Yoruba nation kẹ́ tó má sọ̀rọ̀. Then we will know which side you are. Bóyá Fúlàní ni yín ni, àmọ́ nígbà yẹn. I'll leave that till then. The British crown. What is the British crown called? Is the question people are asking. How much is the British crown worth? What is the oldest British crown? What is the British crown rule? Let's go and look at the British crown rule. Àwa ní ọba tó lè pàṣẹ. I will empower people. Ọgbẹ́ kàkàsùwé tailoring machine fún wọn. Take a picture. Take a look. Take a picture. When the world is moving so fast in a technological way, where people just go there, they press the machine, in under 2 days, billions of fabric have been done. Orí Adé tiwa nísìn ta ló ń sùn. Orí Adé wá ń sùn hotel. Do you understand that some of our kings sleeps in the hotel? Kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. Irú ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wo gan la ṣẹ̀ báyìí náà yẹn lálẹ́. Tẹ́ẹ̀ bá wa, tẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe jàǹbá fún gbogbo wọn lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà. Ọba ló ń sùn hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì tẹ́lómi náà ń sùn tó ń gbó ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló ń sùn ní hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì and people are thinking it's normal. Níbo lẹ́yìn ti rí kí àwọn queen kan jáde kó lọ sùn hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì queen kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n make sure pé wọ́n wá ibi tó dáa fún ọba ń sùn rẹ̀ ọba kan ń sùn ta nísìnyí ọba kan ń sùn ta káàkiri nísìnyí ó ṣe ń lọ pàtí. Wọ́n gbé orí ọba yẹn náà àwọn á gbé crown tiwọn àwọn ilé fi crown tiwọn wọ́n fi destroy ilé ayé wọ́n destroy territory wa àwọn ọba tiwa nísìn wọ́n lè fi crown yẹn kó fi rectify problem yẹn kàkà bẹ́ẹ̀ ọba ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ nísìnyí o tọ́ba bá sọ̀rọ̀ nísìnyí Nigerian government who is Nigerian government àbọ̀ dẹ̀ nìyí ni who is Nigerian government ẹ jẹ́ ká declare àwa mọ̀ nígbà yẹn bóyá Nigerian government àwa máa pàṣẹ fún Nigerian government nígbà yẹn But Nigerian government will not come into our territory, whoever the Nigerian government is. There will not be a fly zone in any of the airports in Yoruba land. Ìjà gidi ń bọ̀. Let's look at what is the British Crown rule? Is a question somebody asked. Take note. The Crown rule in Indian refers to direct administration of the British Crown that began in 1857 till 1947, which was part of the 1914 Amalgamation. Idiot all over the place. It was the British Crown that make those decisions on whether Nigeria will have independence, or just join them together with Hausa people and make sure that the Hausa have the super head against the Yoruba, because they knew that we are smarter than them. And today, only minority people are the one controlling every one of us. And we are all running over the world trying to get, another man passport and live in their country and then say Nigeria will be good from outside. When £1 today is now almost 1,000 naira. What is the British Crown rule? Orí ọba, the crown. Àwọn ọba tí wà nísìn crown ìdáhùn crown ọba crown yóò dárúkọ ọba kankan. The British Crown ruled in India refer to direct administration of the British Crown that began in 1857 till 1947. And if you look at that, we were part of the problem that we were part of the what they used to decide whatever they wanted to do, because 1914 amalgamation. Just as I go back into that, so when you look at what I've read here, which I'm going to post into the broadcast for those of you that are watching right now, so you have an idea what I'm saying. Okay?
Okay. We are no longer.
So when I put that out there, for those of you on Koiki Oduduwa, that's exactly what I'm reading. Thank you so much, those of you that are also watching us from all over the world. My name is Alame Koiki, and I say good morning, good evening. And let me put that as well on the timeline of Batiwa. Crown Tiwa Nisi, àtẹ̀mọ́ tó ṣe ń ṣe. So that's the message in the YouTube. I'm going to break it down because it's actually too big. The British Crown was used to make so many decisions on our life as Yoruba people, the Biafra, the Arewa people. And nobody wants that to change. Oh, we should just keep it. We should just manage it. Let's go and vote for Peter Obi. It will now make unity among every one of us. Mad people all over the place.
We should just.
Let's go and vote for Atiku, a Fulani man. Oh, let's go and vote for Yoruba. Yoruba ni o, Yoruba ló lè ṣe o. Okay, but my history. About my history, no, I'm not going to show Yoruba ló wà nílẹ̀. And the one I'm actually reading, I copied that again for you so that you have an idea. The document is already on my website, koikimedia.com. Should you want a copy, just go there. Don't ask me to send it. I'm not going to have time to send it to everybody. And also the website, to our The document that I'm actually been reading for you. You go on koikimedia.com, you will find it right there. So if you are still thinking that anybody is coming to help us, nobody is coming to help anybody. We need to help ourselves. My name is Olami Koiki, and you're watching a live transmission. We'll probably take a couple of calls, but I'm not going to be here all night. So I'll probably open the call for 1 hour only. So I'm going to open my phone line at exactly 1 a.m. and just for 1 hour. So when you call in, I might probably push you. So bear that in mind. But let me finish my analysis quickly so that we can get everything in. Now, let's go back to what the British Crown. The British Crown, now referred to as British Raj, took direct administrative control from the East India Company following the revolt of 1857. Wọ́n fi crown yẹn, The crown was here in UK, but the crown was making decision around the world. Àwọn ọba tiwa ní sàntẹ̀lẹ̀ make any decision. Àwọn ọba ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀dọ̀ government lọ ti ń jẹ government wò kí ló ń jẹ lọ́dọ̀ government náà. Tá a bá ṣáà declare Yorùbá nation, àá ṣáà mọ̀ nígbà yẹn, ó kù díẹ̀ ni. So let's go back quickly to the document I'm reading. Again, following extract is taken from the colonial report on number 828, Nigeria Annual Report for 1914. The report was written by F.D. Lugard and state on page 35. Amalgamation. On January 1st, as governor of both northern Nigeria and southern Nigeria. Okay, if you not make owó, àwọn oníranù làwọn yẹn wọ̀ tẹ̀ pawó fún, because they were making money for colonies. They were moving goods and they were not making a lot from the north. So on the south, we have water. We have people that were well educated, and they thought, and they say, why are we wasting our time and have them separate? We should put them together. That is what formed Nigeria. Mumuman. I'm a true Nigerian. It was when they realized that the north was not making any money for them. Wọ́n rí pé kò pa aṣọ kankan fún wọn. Iṣu mélòó ló ń pa nísìn? Ṣebí gbogbo analysis ẹni Dr. Ali ti ṣe fún yín. This was exactly what was happening during those days, during those era. The north was never, fruitful for the British colony. And they thought the best way is just add them together. Yes, Sakama and J amalgamation. And you see intellectual people, when you want to, they say, no. Who is going to be your leader? Who is going? Yeah, and sorrow, going back to reclaim our territory, and we can flourish among ourselves. We just told you, Nigeria will not go into Benin Republic. If not, they would have taken Chief Sunday Igboho, as small, as tiny as Benin Republic. That, imagine now, how our own territory, as big as it is, should we start taking order from ourselves? Nífẹ̀ẹ́ yẹn ó lè kó lè máa jí owó kí wọ́n nìkan lówó lọ́wọ́ ká máa ṣe bọ̀ìbọ̀ì. Ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wa máa pàdé yẹ o, ẹ wá jẹun o, mọ́ṣáláṣí wa máa pàdé yẹ o, a donate 1 million síbí, donate 5 million síbẹ̀ yẹn, àrùn yẹn lọ Mẹ́kà, àrùn yẹn lọ sí. No, we don't want all that. We want equal fairness system that everybody will not have to go and smell somebody else's pot before you eat. Bá fi jẹun lálẹ́ ní sinmi sọ fún ìyàwó mi, ẹ bá mi ṣóúnjẹ, tí bá fẹ́ drink wọ́n máa gbé wá bá mi. I don't have to go to the neighbor and knock the door. That is what we are saying. But you think your politician that say, I saw Okorocha with his tiny leg, he dey dance inside house. Ó ti kówó jẹ. He don't eat boku. Look at the amount of properties that Ike Ekweremadu has. Isn't in Dubai? And there are so many Nigerians out there, Nigerians that is still struggling, supporting the same criminals. Ike Ekweremadu has more than 9 houses in Dubai. You are living in all this smelly place in Dubai. Smelly place. And those of you in Nigeria, he cannot even give you a room to go and sleep. Let's continue. On January 1st, as governor of both northern Nigeria and southern Nigeria, I was privileged. Do you know what it means? It was privilege. We will have that same privilege to declare Yoruba nation this year. Just as they were privileged during those era. That is going to happen this year as well. I was privileged to declare at a public ceremony that by His Majesty order, those two administrations had ceased to exist. Imagine something that was operating before separately, and they just stop it. It stopped. The way they stop it, not like a man stop it, nínú ọdún yìí. The same way they stop that existence of separate is the same way we will stop it. Heaven make it drop down. I think somebody is asking, how are we going to declare? Go and ask your uncle. How are we going to declare? How did they stop the seizure of the southern and the northern protectorate? But how are we going to declare? We can declare anywhere. I can declare from here. They can declare from Benin Republic. You can declare. Anybody can declare. Declaration of the Are we going to declare? Who is going to declare? They just came up one day and they stopped all the operation to say, Northern, Southern, no, you are no longer separated. We now bring it together, 367 or 371 ethnic groups. We don't speak same language. Hey, shut up. My grandfather is asking, I don't speak same language with the Igbo and I will say, hey, shut up here. Who are you to tell us what to do? We will do the same thing when we declare. Because we will not speak English. We will be speaking Yoruba. So if your soldier stop you, tadiwo, ṣé soldier Yoruba ni ẹ àbí soldier ìlú ti tẹ́lẹ̀? Let me not say what is going to happen then. You will know what is going to happen. Ẹ rò pé play là ń ṣe lórí social media. You think all this is play? You think I'm acting a movie? You will know that this is not a movie. The same way the British colony stopped the northern and the southern and then join us together, whether we love each other, whether we hate each other, they don't care. They just put everybody together in one. You're making how they drive the bus, go sort them out. The same way you will know. Hey, what is going to happen to custom at the airport? I say airport will be on standstill for now. There's no flight zone anywhere. You deaf? Hey, what about the Hausa man? We will give them opportunity to move out. The one that doesn't move out, that means he wants to listen to us. If he doesn't want to listen to us, it becomes a treasonable felony. Go and look at the dictionary word for a treasonable felony. Let's continue quickly. I was privileged to declare at the public ceremony that by His Majesty order, those two administrations had ceased to exist and were replaced by a single government of Nigeria under Governor General, constitute under the law, under new letter patent, and order in council with a new seal and flag. Last Shedumare, flag wa máa raise up nínú ọdún yìí. Ọdún yìí náà la máa raise it. Not next year. Tó bá ń wọ́n anybody, go and prepare anything. Kò ní dùn ọdún yìí náà lọ. However, on July 1960, everybody is now fighting. Give us independence now. Britain, colony, I beg now. Okay, yeah, come. Make una come London. Maybe we discuss on round table. Okay, what do you go drink? I like tea. How many sugar? 2 sugar. Hausa man, you like 2 million sugar. How many sugar? Put 10 sugar. Igbo, how many sugar? Put 3. Everybody come sit down. And during those meetings, they were having a different agenda behind. Give us independence now. Ghana has got independent now. Everybody's getting independent. We need our own independence too. Okay, we give you independence, but how do we sort out every one of you? Okay, let us manage our resources ourselves, and we have the center. However, on July 1960, the British Parliament will not be the one to give us a declaration. Awalama declare from our. We are no longer taking those instructions from the British Parliament. Somebody sent me a message yesterday. Lives here, no paper. He's been here since 2014. He came here to study. He got trapped. They thought when they come here, they will continue education. It's easy with thousands of dollars. Where you not get money for Nigeria. You think say when they give you visa, with the fake document when you put together, you come here, you think you get enough job. You will work. You will not get the money. The British Parliament passed a law. Imagine, it is the British Parliament that is passing the law. The Nigerian Independence Act. A law that is still active this day. Imagine. It was only amended in 2009 due to new development and available for anyone to see that made all colony British law and crown order, remember Oriade, in the territory of the geographical area called Nigeria, void from 1960. So it was then they started saying, okay, don't get independent. Arise, compatriot Nigeria, Kolobe. They now started, okay, we give you some few things. But what they did not tell everybody is, right underneath, they were operating Connie way. Everybody knows that. If not, Buhari will come and, dead or alive, say he's getting medical treatment here. Sit down with Morocco ambassador. Take picture. Yeah, take picture. Make them know say you're there alive. Oh yeah, come. Go dress up. Put on the mask. Yeah, take picture. Void in law implies it is like it never happened. It's just like as if nothing happened after independence. Oh yeah, and I don't get independent. That's why the British is telling you, Mumu, that Nigeria is in territorial whatever. Let me read that document quickly before we start taking our calls. Those of you on Twitter, I might have to drop that so that you join us on the other platform because that is our line for the call. This is what the British says. Hey, go and sort yourself out to. Finally, Yoruba man here, they tell British make it come give us Yoruba nation. They're waiting they talk. Finally, your constituent calls for the UK government. Do you know what it means for you to be telling Britain that use their crown to put us together, to now tell them to come and use that same crown to dissolve us? They're not going to do so. The British are so proud people. Very, very proud. And they're not ready to do that. Very, very proud. They believe whatever they've done it. And they are not ready to apologize for that. Imagine if they have to do what you're asking them to do. There will be consequence and repercussion for that. So rather than them doing it, we will help them do it. And they can have good relationship now with a new territory. Finally, your constituent calls for the UK government to recognize an independent Yoruba nation that was there before the colony destroyed it. This is what the UK government says. The UK government respects the territorial integrity of Nigeria. We support the Nigerian government commitment to work for a secure and prosperous Nigeria. That is what you're all waiting for. A prosperous Nigeria. Go and vote to PVTO. My brother. So let me just go back and finish that up quickly. Now that we know that after the independence, the whole colony, all these, the Amalgamation law where they use, they started withdrawing it. And they go destroy it. Don't let these Yoruba people, by the time they come and wake up and one day they will destroy it. Should we keep? No. Don't keep it in the archive. The Biafra people, we would like to know what happened during the war. Destroy it. They just destroyed so many documents from point A to B. Now everybody's asking, where is the document that joined us together? They're not going to give you any document. We know that they join us together. So why are we looking for document? We dissolve it ourselves and that's the end of it. If they're not like, that's their problem. Everybody's still waiting for one document to, hey, let's take British to court. I love when our people say we take them to court. You want me to get hold. Already I'm becoming hold. Look at all my beards, white. I'm only 40 plus. You're mad. The second document is the agreed independent constitution of 1960, which was signed by elected representative of the three regions. Is that the same thing you are using now? Is that the same thing you are using now? I'm asking you. Because you are too smart, Abi. Is that the same? Is that the same you are using? Because a lot of you, intelligent people. Just to finish it up. The present Constitution, Decree 25 of 1999, obviously not signed or made by validly elected representatives. We take that to the ECOWAS, we knock it off straight away. But you cannot do anything. ECOWAS is not going to do anything. African Union, they're all criminals that they think that, you think they will support you. Nobody's going to support anybody. Nigerian government pays the bills for so many of them. When we declare our territory, then they can come and talk to us, the one that want to talk to us officially. You think some of them is going to come up in the open and tell you, no, they're not going to do it. But when we declare, they know that we are serious. You don't declare, You want Nigeria to where they are eating kokobe. And just to finish it off, the sky will not fall down on humanity when Yoruba nation is declared. We will all be ECOWAS brothers and sisters. We will live together side by side. If you want to come, we let you come. We take your fingerprint. We know whether you're a criminal before you stay here. Just as it's done around the world. Nobody allowed terrorists and criminals to live in their country. When Yoruba nation is declared, any Nigerian force present on Yoruba land will automatically be an army of occupation and will eventually have to leave. We will allow them to go, even if they want to go with their vehicle and their truck, just go. But if they refuse to do so, the problem will start from there. So I'm going to take calls, but only, very briefly, as I have only 1 hour to the call so that I can go and have a very beautiful sleep. And those of you watching me on the Twitter, you can join me on Instagram. I'm live on both Instagram. Don't call any other number apart from the studio number. And I'm not joking tonight. I haven't got the time to be, cutting off people that are watching me right now on Instagram. If you don't know the studio number, don't bother to call. If you know the studio number, you can call. Don't call. We went on Bominisi. Studio number. I can't help you with that. So those of you on the Twitter, sorry, we have to end your section there. But join me on Facebook, Koiki Media, Koiki Oduduwa, YouTube, so that you can continue watching and let's take our calls as well. Please don't attempt. Mistake, I don't. Because it's unfair for those that are watching us on Instagram. So if you don't know the studio number, I cannot help you. So we open the phone line just to take those calls quickly so that you can also tell us, you don't have to agree with me, but that is the way it's going to happen. This phone is already, and come add us so the WhatsApp group. People just add us on the WhatsApp group and do whatever they want to do. So I have to delete some stuff quickly. Bear with me. Let me delete some few stuff because that's the only way we can. Too many pictures, images, problem all the time. So just a couple of calls and then hopefully let's see if the WhatsApp opens. Phone is not in nature, it's in escape, restore. Okay. Just give me a few minutes, let the phone boot up again. So there should be ignore and not obey while we continue to build our governance structure. We will not obey any structure from Nigeria after a full declaration. Just bear with me, it's still loading, and then we'll take those calls. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí pé a kú ìpalẹ̀mọ́. Ìwọ náà máa lọ palẹ̀mọ́ ládùúgbò tiẹ̀. Èmi náà ń palẹ̀mọ́ lọ́dọ̀ tèmi. I'm going to put the number out, but the phone is still loading. Bear with me. Probably still need a better phone as well, because when we are using our phone for broadcast, we're going to put the phone number out in just about a few minutes. And yes, the line is now, I think the WhatsApp is back on. I need to add me. You add to Yoruba. Anika, you add in your CV, but I'm going to take myself out. Hey, Kingbo, don't add me to all these groups. It become problem for my own WhatsApp. Add me, sorry, group, too many groups. The group now just the same thing. You come and repeat the same thing. So the number is +44 74 04405917. The topic tonight is while declaring Yoruba nation will not be illegal. So those of you that are thinking that about declare it will be illegal, nothing of such. Yoruba nation is not going to be illegal, and we have not done anything illegal in the first place. All we are saying is Yoruba nation has to be declared this year so that we can. And all these people that keep telling you, I think is the Babiadun, Guinea governor come. It's all nonsense. We do the same thing for them. It's just as simple as that. Nobody has violent monopoly. +44 74044059. Exactly 2 o'clock. I will end the live broadcast. So we just continue. There's a lot happening all the time. Every week we get so many things popping up, and I'm sure even if I don't touch them, you've heard about them. So there's no point going into the nitty-gritty of so many things. All I can say is there will be our rally. It's going to be announced when we're waiting for those on the ground to give us the date. ṣé gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́tún lọ́sì, the resignation and all that, is it going to affect us? It does not affect anything. If anybody wants to be part of this movement, they will be part of this movement. And if they don't want to be part of this movement, we cannot force anybody. It's as simple as that. But all I can say is the movement remains strong, and nothing can stop the Yoruba people coming out of Nigeria. We have the first caller, and I'm going to go straight quickly. Hello, caller. Go ahead straight to the point.
Hello,
Akale. Ẹ̀gbọ́n sókè máa kó pẹ́ ní táìm púpọ̀ lálẹ́ yìí. Ní táìm púpọ̀ lálẹ́ yìí, ẹ̀gbọ́n ayé. Àárọ̀ làwọn náà wà bíbá.
Ọlọ́run ó gbàdé, Ọlọ́run jáde lẹ́lẹ̀ rí, Ọlọ́run ní pín ń pa, Ọlọ́run ní dára ká. Ṣé gan? Ẹ̀jẹ̀ náà kò mọ fẹ́ sáré fi opportunity béèrè bàbá àjìnlẹ̀ ní kílẹ̀ bá ní gbọ́n pa àwọn àbúrò wọn rárá ìgbẹ́dá kan.
Àlàáfíà ní ìjìnlẹ̀ wà, that's all I can say. So we've said that again and again. Everybody repeated the same thing. Àlàáfíà làwà, that's all I can say. All right. We take the next call, plus 447404405917. If you don't know the number, don't attempt to call any other number and disturb the broadcast. Hello, caller.
Hello.
All hey Biafra, I spoke to Samanepa. I will continue our movement as usual. Ẹgbọ́n sókè ẹ̀dán pé wà àgbọ̀ yìí.
Ẹ̀kúṣẹ́. Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú yín, orí ọ̀fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àdìmú. In fact, you have did a lot. Lágbára Ọlọ́run gbogbo bá ṣe ń wo Yorùbá nation yìí náà á bọ̀ sí. Ṣé wàá rà àwọn tó ń sì ń wà lórí ìjọba ṣe tó ń bìlíìfù kò sí báwọn ṣe jẹ́ ojú àti wọn gbẹ̀yìn ni wọ́n á lulẹ̀. Lágbára Ọlọ́run wọ́n á lulẹ̀. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín, ẹ ṣé gan ni. So gbogbo sọ́pọ́tà náà bá lè ṣe àlùlẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run. Bàbá Jamani ló ń pè yìí.
Mo ti gbọ́ wọn yẹn already.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni Ọlọ́run wà pọ̀. Mo really appreciate yín gan. Tá a bá rírun yín bíi mẹ́wàá ni gbogbo kìíní á tún dáa jù báyìí lọ, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ máa ṣe ìtọ́lọ́run ràn yín. Gbogbo ẹni tó ń kó máa bu yín ẹ fi lẹ̀. Ṣé ẹ ti gbọ́? Ẹ fi wọ́n lẹ̀. Adélé ògo, adélé ìlérí yóò ṣe yín. Thank you, God bless you.
Thank you so much. Well, again, as we are, it's just 7 minutes past, 1 a.m. We still have about 15 minutes before the end of the call, and then we continue to appreciate everyone. The most important part, tí mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo àmà fọkàn sí ni pé kò sí àwọn tó lè dẹ́rù bà wá mọ́ níbi tá a dé nísìn. Nothing, kò sí nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ tí ayé yìí ò lè gbà. Àwa kọ́ ní ìlú tó kọ́kọ́ fi pín, àwa dẹ̀ kọ́ la máa jẹ́ ìlú tó máa pín gbẹ̀yìn. Lẹ́yìn táwa bá pín, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìlú sì máa pín. And all this motion pé tá bá ti pín wàhálà máa wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹnu wọ̀ ní kò síra wa is all nonsense. That is what the Oyinbo people have instructed in your skull. It will happen this year. The international community can smell it. They can feel it. But they are not going to intervene. But they know when they will intervene. But they're not going to do so anytime now. So let us remain calm, focused. Don't be distracted with so many things out there. The politicians, put all their mechanism out there. Atiku will run away. Tinubu will run away. Peter Obi will run away. They're not going to stay. They know that. The international community can feel Nigeria more than you and me. They have people watching us. They know what is that. They know that this is that just talk and could not do nothing. If not, people like Afenifere should have pushed us out of Nigeria a long time ago, but they failed. They tried, but they failed. Because kò jẹ́ kí Afenifere kó tẹ̀ máa sọ anything. Àwọn tó máa sọ pé Afenifere kò yẹ kó máa sọ anything. Because they could have pulled us out, but they failed. They're not going to wait for any one of them. We will fight to the last man standing. Let's go to the next caller. Hello, caller. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning for me. All right. All hands of the world nation.
All here, Biafra.
All hail Biafra.
We're going on this year.
Let me just go straight to the point.
You're
Let me
welcome.
just go straight to the point. Anybody, any Biafra, I am a Biafra, and I'm an autopiloted IPOB. And we are under Martin Luther, our supreme leader. If there is anybody that is a Biafran that is not happy that to do the one nation is working with Simon Ekpa, let that person, just like you said, let that person go and die.
That's it. Can't say more than that.
Our words express our words. And we are keeping the legacy of our leader, Supreme Martin Luther. There is no election in Biafran land this coming year, and we are going back home. And nothing stops it.
I think it's a joke.
And I'm very, very happy. I am very, very happy you also made that decision the same way our Supreme Leader did it.
I said it in front of Nnamdi Kanu 2 years ago in 2020. I said it. So I told him that there will not be election in Oduduwa land. So nothing has changed since then. Still the same thing I'm still saying. So
my brother, I am very, very happy with you, and I'm very, very proud with you.
Thank you so much.
Whenever you don't forget about those.
They can't intimidate us, you know. They be small. They can't intimidate. They can only write everything they want to write. They can't. It's too late, you know. So they can't intimidate. So, you know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Love you all. You know, our Biafra brothers and sisters. We'll continue, you know, the engagement and the unity, you know, to get ourselves out. And you know, Yoruba, if I don't feel concerned, you can feel concerned. Can stop anything, okay? You know, one thing you can do is you can put your money to support. You know, the YSDM have already said they're coming out for a marathon. The Yoruba Ominira account is still in operation. And then if you want to support individual, you can do so as well. So let's take the next call at exactly now 14 minutes past 1 a.m. A live transmission. We're now the 8th of November 2022. Is a Tuesday. Everyone's okay. Everyone.
Hello, Ekaleo.
Ekaro.
Ẹ̀dẹ̀kú ètò wa lẹ́ni.
Àwa ni.
Ẹjọ́ má bínú o, mo kàn fẹ́ bí yín question kan ni, mo dẹ̀ ti máa sọ̀rọ̀ kan náà. Ẹjọ́ ṣe lè fún wa ní any update nípa ti resignation Professor Adé.
I couldn't get through to speak to any one of them on the ground. They were just saying they would get back to me, and I cannot say anything on that. So that's why I'm not talking on it.
Okay.
So I don't talk on what I don't have any, you know, details.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mo kàn fẹ́ bẹ̀ gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà, ọmọ Yorùbá. Mo sọ lẹ́ni, mo ní Yorùbá nation yẹn, ọmọ kókó tí wọ́n fẹ́ bí ni. Ó wà nù oyún, adẹ̀ tí ń kí oríkì ẹ̀. Ọmọ yẹn máa ní agbára gan. Bí ní kí oríkì ẹ̀.
And
Every moment tá bá ti ń kọ Yorùbá national anthem, oríkì ọmọ náà ni. Ó wà lóyún, ó ti lo 9 months erege. Ó kọ́kọ́ bọ́ síta ni. Ó dẹ̀ máa bọ́ síta láyé. Ògo yẹn ti jáde bàbá mi. Wọ́n tọ́ra wọn ni. Anybody ó ṣì doubt ẹ̀. Kó má doubt mọ́. Kó má doubt mọ́. Àtìgbà.
Ayé náà gbogbo àjọ wa. Àṣẹ nínú another word.
Ọmọ yẹn ẹ̀kọ́lẹ̀ lédè. Ọmọ tuntun náà fẹ́ bí. Àwọn oríkì ẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ń kí ọmọ náà. Wọ́n ti ń kí bá ṣe ń kọ national anthem oríkì ọmọ náà nìyẹn. Ó dẹ̀ máa jáde lágbára Ọlọ́run. Oníyẹ ọdún náà ni.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ẹ ṣé gan.
Ètò lọ.
A kí gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń darí ètò. Like I said, when I got the news of, you know, the resignation, as usual, I got a contact to speak to them on the ground. I speak to Chief, but you know, I don't give details of whatever my conversation with Chief. But I wanted to get confirmation, you know, of what actually happened. But I can't get anything. So hopefully, maybe tomorrow. What I was told was, people Bama Jadi on my release statement. I'm not sure whether I received any statement, but that was what I was told. So, but for now, I've not received any statement, so I don't know what the situation is. But that is not stopping the movement. But again, we don't know what has actually happened. Hello, caller.
Good evening, my brother in truth, Mr. Gorky. God continue to bless your work. Let me just speak on the topic tonight. Declaring your rubbish. There's nothing illegal about it. The entire world knows about that. So, there are documents that backs that of it. UN, even Nigerian document, fraudulent internet constitution says we have right to self-determination. What we are about to embark on right now, some of Yoruba, we are changing the errors that has been made by our forefathers. We are reclaiming back our identity, which has been lost for many, many years. Hence why we are scattered all over the world right now. Because what the British Empire did, just like they did to many countries as well, is they came into our Yoruba land. They killed, maimed, and pillaged our people. So what we're about to do, even though we're saying we're not going to do that brutally, just like they did, I know the Nigerian government won. In fact, so they are deploying as well at the moment, so that while they declare, while they share, when they cause havoc, so we have to be prepared for that. In terms of our British Empire, so everything that they've stolen from the country, called the Yoruba Kingdom, they have to pay every dime back. Me, as an individual Yoruba person, we will claim every penny. We will claim it back, and they will pay. So, and this is the criminal racketeering in practice that Joy. Saying they gave us our country back to become a republic. No, that was never our country, and that was never our identity. So the name Nigeria is just coined from nowhere and given to a bunch of cultural people to put them together under one business contract that they signed with some few people. And if it was left to me, they all have to be put to book and put to justice as well, including the current administrations that call themselves Nigerian government at the moment. So, because they know exactly what they embarked on by keeping up as slaves in the country. So, let's take note of all their names, every government parasitos at the moment, including Senate, House of Rep. Any country they run to in the whole world, they will have to answer for what they have done to the people. Because each and every one of them, every time they sign up to that document, Constitution called 1999 document, they are basically allowing and encouraging the empire to carry on ruling us as slave. Slave was abolished many, many years ago. So this is the secret that's been going on in the entire world to date that we Yoruba are about to correct. And why do you think our British, why are we waiting for them? They are never going to come and help you. Why? Because you are about to expose the dirty secrets and dealings that the empire has been ruling the entire world over. This is what Yoruba people are about to turn over. And at the minute we do that, you start seeing things unraveling. Every other country that has been wanting to gain their freedom, they will leave. I.e., Haiti, everybody would leave, they'll become a republic. So they need us to take this step and be bold, because we were known to be fighters. We are Atlanteans. So they know who we are. Until we reclaim our birthright, nothing would come back to how it was. So yes, let's expose this fraud of a thing called Nigeria. Let's start claiming back who we are, the Yoruba people. And let's start identifying ourselves by that. So to hell with whoever doesn't support this, at Obanio, at the to hell with them. The moving train will carry on traveling. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, my brother. And once again, we are now just about 22 minutes, so we have just under 20 minutes or thereabout to take the calls. I know We will always get one or two people that will still call the wrong number. Please, like I always say, if you're not sure of the number, ask on the thread. Somebody will send it to you rather than us, stopping the live transmission on Instagram. So, as we're going to be winding down, again, let's look into the days as it's getting closer. This is the time they would want to bring you all my favorite information to my that. All I can say to us is we should not lose our guard. We should remain strong. Be Olorun Shedawa. We should remain powerful in our own different thinking. My thinking might not be the way you think. I believe that our own different ideology will be different. But the fight for this movement should not allow you to drop your guard. Remain that strong. And look at things, not all the medias want us to go. I want you to put that at the back of your mind. Not all the medias want us to go out of Nigeria this year. Be careful with that. Hello, caller.
Hello. Ẹkúṣẹ́ bàbá Olúwapọ̀ ẹlẹ́rìn wá ṣàṣeyọrí o. Lórúkọ Jésù ogunkógun ò ní borí ẹ o. Àṣeyè ló máa ṣe lórúkọ Jésù, àárẹ̀ ò dẹ̀ ní mú ẹ. Mo kàn tó fẹ́ dá sí ìbéèrè tí ó yà mí lẹ́nu ni pé mo rí ìran kan lórí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì about 4 days ago tóyìnbó kan sọ nípa Buhari àbí Jubiri àbí kan kí n tó tún gbọ́ lẹ́nu Ìzítù kí n tó tún gbọ́ lẹ́nu Oyèdépò. Nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ mú jáde ń bẹ̀ ni pé ṣé àwọn bàbá Afẹ́nifẹ́re ṣé wọn ò gbọ́ àbí pé wọn ò mọ̀ nípa ẹ̀. Ṣé torí ó yẹ kí kinní yẹn kó change mind wọn. Tó jẹ́ pé kọ́ ni pé irọ́ ni wọ́n gbé dání. Tí máa yẹn sọ tó jẹ́ pé òyìnbó ló ń sọ mo rò pé British man ni mi mọ̀ bóyá British tàbí mi mọ̀ Germany àbí ó sáńsọ lórí kinní tó ní fake pé ṣé ẹ̀yin ò mọ̀ pé ó ti kú ní 2017 wọ́n ti sí níbì kan. Àwa táwọn wo kinní yẹn bóyá tó bí 45 àbí wà láwọn tó wo kinní yẹn má kéré o. Ṣùgbọ́n notwithstanding bàbá Oyèdépò wá sọ jáde níjọ́ Sunday pé is Nigeria èfún tí gbogbo nǹkan báyìí fi lọ tí wọn rẹ ni tó sọ̀rọ̀ ṣé àwọn bàbá tó kóra wọn jọ yìí ṣé wọn ò gbọ́ ni ṣé àwọn káàyè ṣé wọn ò gbọ́ ni àbí kí la wá ń pè ní ẹ̀sìn tá a gbé dání tá a rò ti tán bẹ́ẹ̀ tá a ní kankan sọ ìbá yìí tó sọ yẹn gan ó ti tó láti dìmú pé nǹkan tó gbé dání irọ́ ni ènìyàn ti kú ẹ lọ gbé Jùbìrì síbẹ̀ ẹ wá ń pè lẹ́nìkan fún wa gbogbo wọn dẹ̀ dákẹ́ náà wọ́n dẹ̀ mú tí ì máa ń ṣe Oyèdépò tó sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn jáde ṣé bó ṣe máa dákẹ́ náà nìyẹn kò sí kankan ṣé báwo la ṣe ní lọ nígbà tí ẹ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó fi rọ́pìlẹ̀ ìyẹn ni pé ìrìnàjò tó rìn irọ́ náà fi pinlẹ̀ Olúwa dẹ̀ ń báṣẹ lọ sí nǹkan tó kàn wá ni pé ká mọ́kàn ká dìde pé yes nǹkan t'Olúwa ló máa ṣe kò sí nǹkan tó lè ṣe àtúnṣe ọkàn mi dẹ̀ balẹ̀.
wọ́n máa dẹ́rù bà wá wọ́n máa fi ṣe so many things kódà tó bá tó time wọ́n lè máa fly jet gan táwọn máa lọ táwọn máa bọ̀ wọ́n máa fi intimidation máa wá but they know that we are going wọ́n máa unleash ọba.
èyí tí forecast tó jáde yẹn ó yẹ kó hit wọn tí Oyèdépò rí kíní Oyèdépò yẹn ṣá.
bẹ́ẹ̀ well I mean gbogbo làwa ti rí so àwọn tẹ̀yìn sọ yẹn I don't think pé wọ́n ní balls láti take that decision. Like I said, Afenifere effort to pull her out. What they are doing is, they're exploiting the Yoruba people by telling us, Katulo Dibomi, Taba Dibomi, our resolve the problem here. This problem will not be resolved with any election. The only problem now is.
Wọ́n gbé ẹlòmíì wọ́n gbé lérí ẹni tó ti kó wá gbórí olórí. Ṣé wọn mọ̀ pé rọ́ọ̀nì ṣé yẹn lè dìde ó tó lè tú yìí? Bíbélì sọ pé òtítọ́ ló ń gbé orílẹ̀-èdè lékè wọ́n ti fi irọ́ ṣe ìpìlẹ̀ alátọ̀ní nìyẹn kò dé sí nǹkan tó lè ṣe sí ìpìlẹ̀ yẹn ti wó torí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń gbé dání yẹn èyí tó yà mí lẹ́nu pé àwọn bàbá yẹn tó sì ń já fẹ́nifẹ́re àtàwọn bàbá tó jẹ́ káà tó ń lọ yẹn ẹ rò pé wọn ò gbọ́ láti 2017 pé kì í ṣe normal man ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀ bí Kánú tiẹ̀ ti ń pariwo tí wọ́n gbọ́ èyí tí mọ̀ yẹn dẹ̀ wá sọ àbọ̀ 4 days ago nǹkan ìlú ìlágbára Ọlọ́run bá wa dá sí ibi táwọn ń lọ tá a tójú kọ ìlórúkọ Jésù àṣeyọrí lè máa ṣe ìkókó ní míwà nǹkan tó kàn máa ṣẹlẹ̀ náà ni pé ká gbàgbọ́ pé ibi tá a ń lọ a máa débẹ̀ kókó òdẹ̀dẹ̀ ẹwà ọmọ Ísírẹ́lì àwọn náà ní ìdojúkọ it's not easy o tí nǹkan bá máa dá ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní wàhálà mi àtàbà gbẹ̀fẹ́ sílé ànímọ̀ yìí ẹ̀ torí bẹ́ẹ̀ la ṣe ń ṣe làkọjá yìí àdẹ̀ máa borí lórúkọ Jésù Olúwa fún ẹ ṣe Olúwa ràn ẹ́ lọ́wọ́ kọ́
thank you. Akí gbogbo àwọn wòlíì pátápátá, akí àfà, akí ọmọlékéwú, akí gbogbo wa níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa rántí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tí ó ti kú nínú ìlú tó ń pè Nàìjíríà. Ẹ ká rántí gbogbo àwọn tí kò jẹ́ kó tí kú fún ìdí kan àbí ìdí kejì. They have to die because of the negligence of the country called Nigeria. Hello, caller.
Yes, sir. Ẹ kálẹ́ kú sẹ́ o, ọ̀tá àrùn wa lọ́wọ́.
Ṣẹ́dùn mọ́ rẹ̀.
Ọ̀rọ̀ mọ́bìnrin sọ mo fẹ́ dá sí. Ṣé gbogbo ẹ̀sùn fi kan Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi Kanu sọ pé nǹkan tó yẹ kán gbé kò ní òun sọ pé Buhari ń pè yẹn gangan nìkan gbé abẹ́ òní kan lẹ́yìn pé ìjọba Nàìjíríà wọ̀n ní tiẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ìmọ̀ nǹkan tí mo ní kì í sọ ẹni yẹn ti sọ lẹ́yìn àtijọ́ bíi 2 years ago nígbà àgbà àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìdúgbò. Lóní sí Nigerian kan bá mọ̀ pé lọ́nà òǹpa tó wá pàdé òmìnira lọ́nà àkọ́tọ̀. Fẹ́ẹ́rí pé wọ́n wọlé sọ̀rọ̀ ìdí tí nígbà tó fi sọ̀rọ̀ ìdí tí Tinubu bàbá wa ò fi sọ̀rọ̀ òní pé wọ́n máa pa wọn. Ó sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé pásọ wa lúkà tí ò lè sáwó là bẹ́ẹ̀ pé kò sáwó là rárá wọ́n sábà sáwó là tó máa pa ni olóòtú òun mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n máa pa ni. So láti gbà yẹn láti 2017 ẹ̀sẹ̀ pé kò sáwó là sọ sí international occasion kankan. Nǹkan tó ti kéjì ẹ̀jẹ̀ torí ọ̀sùn mọ̀. So gbogbo àwọn tó ń sọ pé ọ̀run máa sọ̀kalẹ̀ ọ̀run máa tẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn yẹn tó ti mọ̀. Gbogbo wọn west coast máa ta wọn ni tó kábàjì sílẹ̀ kò sí kankan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ òtítọ́ kalẹ̀. Mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ilé tí ó lọ síje ní abẹ́ PDP délé Muhammad. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni pé ara láti gbogbo wọn wà òun kàn ní lórí ọ̀sán láti sákúrò bó lè sákúrò ìwé tó fi kówó sí fámílì àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ kó lọ padà máa gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wọn. Ó wá sọ pé òun fẹ́ lọ ṣe ìjọba Nàìjíríà kí ló fẹ́ ṣe níbẹ̀. Kí Tinubu, Obi àti Àtíkù tí ogun wọn di ẹnìkan tó so fún ọ léṣe nǹkan kan torí pé ìjọba yóò ti wó pátápátá nǹkan tó ti wó kí ló kù kọ́ńkálukú sàtúnṣe ẹ̀gbọ́n máa lọ fìbò àbí ìgbà tó ti wọ́n kọ́ńkálukú táwàgbà ẹ̀ tó lọ fi yòókù máa jẹ nínú ilẹ̀ tó àwọn afẹ́fún tiwa abẹ́nà fi ṣe ká ṣe tiwa pọ̀ tó bá wù wọ́n ká ṣe tiwa lọ́jọ́ ẹjọ́ ó ṣe ìmọ̀ bí ẹ ṣe máa ní náà tèmi àti máa ṣe program mo ti sọ kiri yìí nígbà kan òní.
Ẹ ká sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́la so ká plan it we can plan a program so ká sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́la number yẹn wà save lọ́dọ̀ mi so ká sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́la then we can plan a program together that's fine you know the platform is there for anybody ẹ ṣe gan ni ẹ pè mí lọ́sàn-án la agbọ̀rọ̀ lọ́n anytime after 3 agbọ̀rọ̀ lọ́n mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti wà lórí ètò I'm just gonna appreciate some of you before we go but let's take a couple of more calls ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sọ́dọ̀ caller wa yìí hello caller.
Hello, Mr. Koiki.
Ẹ kálẹ́ sàn.
Àkóṣe Ọlọ́run a máa fún yín ní agbára tó kún láti lè máa ṣe iṣẹ́ bẹ̀ ṣe yìí. Mo kàn ní nǹkan kan tí mo fẹ́ sáré US ní ti ń pè by the way.
Okay.
Mo ní nǹkan kan tí mo fẹ́ tí mo gbọ́ tí mo fẹ́ kí máa fẹ́ tí ẹ bá lè anytime ẹ bá ṣe kíní kẹ ṣe findings lórí ẹ̀. Ṣé rí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ìjọba amúnisìn yìí ó ní ẹnìkan tí mo mọ̀ tó jẹ́ ọmọ Fúlàní nílùú Fúlàní ṣe é gbọ́ mi specifically Gambia ṣọ́rọ̀ mi yé yìí ǹjẹ́ mo pé kí ni ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ come to my notice mo wà wò pé ìyẹn pé inú ẹrú amúnisìn òun láti gbà látijọ́ yìí ǹjẹ́ jẹ́ mọ̀ wípé ìjọba àwọn Fúlàní yìí ṣe ná owó gbogbo owó tó lè ná fún àwa tá a jẹ́ indigenous people tá a jọ mọ nílùú ǹjẹ́ ìbílẹ̀ pé wọ́n fún Gambia ní epo ẹnu wọn mo ti gbọ́ tí mo mọ̀ dáadáa mo kàn ṣe bíi pé mi ò ṣe kí ni ó ní mo kàn ṣe bíi pé mi ò kàn ní secret ó ní epo ó ní Nàìjíríà ti ń fún àwọn ní epo nífùgbọ́n kò ṣọ̀rọ̀ 30 years ṣọ̀rọ̀ mi ti yé yìí àwọn tó ń dáàbò bò wọn níbẹ̀ gan tó jẹ́ military ǹjẹ́ ìbílẹ̀ pé Nàìjíríà gan ló ń fọ́n
mo sọ lẹ́ǹkan mo ní the country mo sọ lẹ́ǹkan mọ́rọ̀ tó bá pẹ́ bá follow mi láti beginning pé àwọn èèyàn mọ how powerful the Fulani have used Nigeria to bribe most African countries. So it will be difficult for them to reckon with us until we declare they might have the guts to at least reckon with us. But for now, they're not going to do anything.
Gbogbo àwọn country tó jẹ́ Fúlàní tó jẹ́ pé Fúlàní gangan bí ìdíje gangan ǹjẹ́ believe the same thing on gbogbo resources wa gbogbo owó wa wọ́n dẹ̀ fi ń fund economy wọ́n fi ń fund gbogbo in fact ẹ wo Ọlọ́run máa fún iṣẹ́ yẹn ní mo ní kí n yẹ àkíyèsí wọ́n ní nǹkan tí mo kàn wá fẹ́ béèrè yẹn jọ ṣé ìgbà táwọn Ọbásanjọ́ wà bẹ̀ tó wà ń bá wa ṣé ọ̀rí gbogbo eléyìí.
They were all working the same thing. Gbogbo àwọn là ń fi pé Ọbásanjọ́ and the rest of them, they're working for one Nigeria. None of them was working for one Nigeria. They were working for the same caliphate. Every one of them, they were working for the caliphate. And the caliphate was also protecting their interest. So they become powerful, well known around the world. And today everybody will say, Ọbásanjọ́ ti sọ, ó sì máa wá sọ́ọ̀tì ìjà tó ń bọ̀ ní gánṣẹ́. Ṣé ti Ethiopia ló ń sọ́ọ̀tì àtàtì Tigray? Èyí tó wà lẹ́nu ọ̀nà ilé ẹ̀ ní Abẹ́òkúta ń bẹ ó sì máa resolve ẹ̀. Gbogbo àjọ wà nínú ayé náà ni. So what we will use our platform for is to expose and give you all the details of what you don't need to worry yourself. That's why we're here. We will break it down. I'll break it down, sink onto my ye. So, as I say, I will come back and discuss on this topic in as much as I wanted to go to bed, but I said no, I'd have to treat this topic before heading to bed so that, to start with. But I'm not going to end it here. I might treat it again tomorrow, next tomorrow. Why? Until Tomafi, because you listen to so many things and you think that all the media want us to go. Not all the media want us to go, whether it's the Yoruba self-determination media or the media at all. And what I want to do is to give you, we are going in a direction and they will be taking your mind away from that direction, but put you back in there and in and out. We haven't got that time. We remain in one direction. You might not be happy with my own direction. I am already on the M1. Some probably wants to slow it down. Some probably want to do a lot of money. I haven't got that time. I only they want to do the fight alone. It's going to be collective, and we must all dip our hands into that. So, if you are not aware, put the money in the YSDM. They'll be having a big event on the 11th. The central account is there for everybody. The Ominira account has not been closed as far as I'm concerned, whether even YSDM does not like that. You're coming. We are diplomatic here, and that's the way it is. If you want to support individual platforms, you can do so. And the one thing is, nobody can stop it. A lot of you are probably concerned about Ijile. As far as I can tell you, Ijile is fine. There's nothing wrong with him. And that's all I can say. In terms of what else was the news that I believe probably, because what I do is they take your mind away from the reality. The reality is Chief is not going to be the only one coming out. Every one of us is coming out. And that's the reality. Coming to join the Biafra is not anything bad. It's for the progress of the movement. The Biafra is not going to stop us from doing what we want to do. We're not going to stop them as well. And I believe there will be much more collaboration among us, even in the near future. Britain has collaboration across the world. So why are we going to be hostile with those that are closer to us? It doesn't make sense. Some of the Biafra might not be happy with Simon. We've already dealt with that. We've moved on. What else have I seen over the weekend up till today? Tomorrow, there will always be a new thing. Remain focused. In our hearts, kò sí n tó fi ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí tí kò tí ṣẹlẹ̀ rí láyé. Pé Yorùbá fẹ́ pín kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, it's not a big deal. I look at all these politicians, I look at their strength and my strength. My strength is stronger than them. In mind, in spirit. What they are doing is intimidation. You see, tabak some statement, statement ni ma jáde, ma ask, ta ló tún kọ ilé. All these are, games to take our mind, especially ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé, ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ yẹn tí wọ́n mọ̀ pé ọkàn yín ti ṣí kúrò. So, gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ kò sí gọ́vnà náà tó bí da tó lè ṣe anything fún yín. Mo sọ ọmọ wa tó mú is now in a location that as at yesterday, àti fún lówó tó fi jẹun. I won't go into too much details. When I gave the order, I told you what Ifa said. That's why we didn't go ahead. Look, destruction is one of the most easiest thing to do. But we will wait, just as Ionitri said. And it burn energy was promising. I am keeping my energy. Every day you can see. You think it's a joke. I am going to do whatever it takes with my media to educate you and prepare you for what is about to start. We saw the fight going on in Ukraine. Life is still going on. Kódà ẹlòmíì ò tẹ́ mọ̀ pé ṣì ń jà ní Ukraine. How many of you know that they're still fighting in Ukraine? There are still fight going on in Ukraine, and the world has not stopped. So, kí ló fẹ́ wá ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà tó fẹ́ jẹ́ bàbàrà? That's all I want you to put at the back of your mind. Tinubu tí wàhálà bá ṣẹlẹ̀, ó máa sá lọ ní, kò ní strength. Probably àwọn kúrú ẹ̀ mélòó kan dúró. Kódà pọ̀ bí ṣe Tinubu dà kó dúró. Gbogbo ẹnu mo fi sọ tí wàhálà bá ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n bí ṣe Tinubu dà kó dúró. They are not gonna stay. Àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ wàhálà ọmọ jẹ bọ́tà làwọn. Àwọn tó wà níta nísìn àwọn ọmọ tínú bí gidi, àwọn ọmọ kúrú tínú bí tẹ́tí fìyà jẹ. Mo sọ fún yín pé èèyàn kan kú lórí ọ̀kadà lánàá níbi tó ti ń gbé báàgì rice pé ó sì wà ní Kwara rally. You think these boys are not upset and angry? They are just waiting for the order. Ó sì wà ní Kwara rally tó ṣe ní Saturday. Tó bá yẹ pé Nàìjíríà ń ṣiṣẹ́, tó bá jẹ́ pé ó tẹ̀fí máa wá trailer náà àbí bọ́ọ̀sì tó máa fi lọ gbé rice in a system that works, tó máa san tax, tó dẹ̀ máa sọ pé rice mélòó ló wà nínú mọ́tò yìí, 6, ó yá èyí tó máa sọ fún government lélẹ̀ automated á dẹ̀ drive lọ. Ọmọ tó fẹ́ torí ẹ̀ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn fún nísìn tí tó ń sọ pé torí ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló ṣe fi sáré lọ ṣe German tó bá yẹ pé school ṣiṣẹ́. So all this gbogbo táwọn èèyàn máa ń sọ pé yẹn Nigerian government wà powerful, ọ̀run yabọ̀ ni. Ẹ̀yin òkúkú gbọ́ news ẹ lọ wo Brazil, the whole country they shut down the military barracks. Wọ́n jẹ́ kó jáde. Àwọn ìdìbí ẹ̀bẹ̀ gbàtẹ́ pé tá a bá ṣe program tá a bá fi nǹkan sórí timeline ìyá SOJ Pilado àwọn nonsense Kagaski kìíní kan lẹ́ẹ̀ma ló ń gbọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀ma ló ń wò. When we put things there you don't watch it. You're not on Twitter, you're not on Instagram, you're not on LinkedIn. The only time you want to see us is when we come live like this. So when we are not live you think nothing is happening. Ọ̀run yabọ̀ ni. So olówó olówó ò fẹ́ nira, ìnira ń bọ̀ fún gbogbo yín. Bọ́ ẹ lẹ sọ lẹ́nu yẹn, no fly zone, ẹ jẹ́ kó ká jáde kí declaration dé. A máa give order, tó bá ti ń fún wa, a máa give ẹ̀ síta, ọ̀run ya bọ̀ ni. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí gbogbo yín tí ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa láṣálẹ̀ ànígbà call kankan mọ́. Thank you so much, those of us. Ẹ má dìbò pé àwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ la máa lọ́bẹ̀ẹ́kẹ́ lọ. Ẹlòmíì ká máa critiques this, ká máa divert attention yín. Àwọ̀ sí nínú yẹn, àwa ti wà ní orí M1. Ẹ tó bá yé lóye, orí M1 lè ní wà báyìí, and I'm just waiting for Igboho to give me a date pé a máa jáde, and that's all I'm interested in now. Every day I wake up, when I speak to him, I don't know whether he's gonna say we are ready. That's the only thing. So as soon as he gives me that order, we come out and we tell everybody will come out, and then we start doing the needful. So ọ̀run yà bọ̀ ni. So ẹ sọ fún gbogbo wọn, whether you don't understand. Ẹ lọ wo tó ń lọ ní Brazil nísìn, election lásán lọ ṣe tí gbogbo ẹ ti dàrú mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. Ẹgbà tẹ́ ẹ follow news, ẹ lọ wo Brazil, wọ́n shut down the military barracks, wọ́n jẹ́ kí military jáde. Mo rí ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ láti Miami, wọ́n block barracks military, wọ́n jẹ́ kí military jáde. Ṣèbí ìgbà tó bá rí nǹkan tó máa lè jáde, èèyàn mélòó lè fi pa. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn, sọ fọ́kàn yín balẹ̀. Báyìí kí èèyàn kan dẹ́rù bà wá pé àìsójà eléwà gẹ́gẹ́ bí Lekki toll gate ni. Ọ̀rọ̀ Lekki toll gate là ń sọ, à ń sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ní sẹ́yìn sọ̀rọ̀ Lekki toll gate. It's not about Lekki toll gate. Àwọn gọ́vnà yín wọ́n máa ya dànù ní Togo ló máa gbà travel. Gbogbo wọn bá ṣe wà ní láti prepare mind wọn fún nǹkan tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀. Wọ́n ní dúró. So gbogbo agídí tó ń ṣe gbogbo kìíní yẹn, it's either they let it go as when the declaration happened. Gọ́vnà kan bá lọ ń ṣe pé òun ní skoin lórí àwọn kan ní dúró. Mo sọ fún ìnà ní last year tá à ń padà lọ sí látẹ̀kọ̀ ìmọ̀ àti àwọn chief pẹ̀lú àwọn convoy tiwa. Dàpọ̀ Abiodun was coming on a one way. We wanted to attack them, we attacked them right there. I counted all the vehicles tó tẹ̀lé. They are not powerful. Ẹ̀yin lẹ́rọ̀ pọ̀ wà powerful. They are not powerful. Pẹ̀lú gbogbo sójà tó kó dání àti àwọn tó ń gbé ṣe G49 làwọn ọ̀bọ̀n náà, they are not powerful. But what we are saying to them is, ìran Yorùbá máa dúró pọ̀ bí gọ́vnà kan dá ni mo sọ nígbà tí a bá jáde. Ẹ lọ wo Sri Lanka, àwọn èèyàn dáná nínú presidential villa ni. Ó kù díẹ̀ nìbọn ró. Ẹ̀kúkú tí ni mo máa ń dẹnu ni. Ṣẹ́ni tí tèmi mọ̀ kó lọ sí rally tó wá jẹ́ pé torí rẹ̀ sì tó ń gbé, tó bá yẹ pé Nàìjíríà ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni tó kú. Ẹ̀rọ fáwọn tó jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ inú wọn dùn àbí? À ń tìbọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni. Kí ni mo sọ? Àwa ń tìbọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀. Ìgbòho làwa ń dúró dè. Ojoojúmọ́ táwa ń jí ti Sunday Igboho là ń dúró dè kó sọ fún wa pé a máa jáde. That's all I'm waiting for now. That's all I'm waiting for. I am not waiting for anything else. Igboho ni mò ń dúró dè kó fún wa ní date. Ìjọba 48 hours ní 24 hours ní abá ti announce date yẹn. Lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ activation máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Ọ̀run yàbọ̀ ni. And the Nigerian Lolale, I want to beg you to mention all the names, but thank you so much for everyone that have joined us so far. And this is how we're going to end the broadcast. My name is Olami Koiki, Olamasun. Forílẹ̀-èdè, Kàgbéga, 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 ìgbàgbọ́ àti bẹ̀rù. Tẹ̀síwájú, ọ̀pọ̀ ìlera. I have to come back in. Ṣòrí ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n tẹ máa ń jókòó sínú yàrá yín ní pálọ̀ yín tẹ kàn máa ń kọ jagbajantes. I'm gonna read what this person sent to me now. Mo sọ fún pé gbogbo yín ò ní balls. You sit down in your own cocoon. Ẹ̀gbọ́n tẹ́ni sent to me. This is a message that I've just read from somebody watching me in America. You know, they don't have balls. And I don't have to mention your name. Only, is this a coup or another Nadeko? Please, Koiki, mind your speech. Don't put your life in risk situation. What you are saying now is deterrent from what people, Yoruba nation, are fighting for. For me, to me now, it looks like crime or another Lagos landlord like Tinubu. Ṣé rí pé orí àwọn people yóò pè, ṣé rí pé orí wọn ò pè rárá, àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n òṣì ni ẹ́, ìwọ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Crazy people all over the place. Òyìnbó ti bàtà yé gbogbo yín jẹ́. Òyìnbó ti bà yé yín jẹ́ all over the place. Sit down in America talking nonsense. Èmi ló ń kọ́ jágbàjàgbà yìí sí. Èmi wá jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ní balls, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ kẹ́ ti jà fáwọn àtẹ̀jà fún wa. Bí ṣe máa bẹ́ gbé síta náà ni nonsense. Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin wa pé mo láti padà wá. You sit down there, ó lè jẹ́ orí whisky ló wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Onémi àwọn tó yẹ kó take risk fẹ́ mi wọ́n take risk. Èmi take risk fún yín nísìn. Take risk fáwọn ọmọ yín tó ń bọ̀. Ọ̀run ya bọ̀ ni mo sọ. Gbogbo ala máa wà nú ẹ̀. Mo ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, ẹ má bínú. Let's go back to the anthem. Tòrò òṣèré mi bá sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Tòrò òṣèré mi bá sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Block your head off. Yóò pè. Ọba ń ṣeré ni. Yóò lọ ṣì burúkú. Yóò bọ́ ṣì. Ó dàrọ̀.